All right, you got to listen to me for just a couple of minutes. Tonight's event, as always, sanctioned by the Pete Suazo Utah Athletic Commission. Executive Director Scott Bowler in the house. Your judges tonight are going to be Rich Montanez, Dan First, and Dennis McMahon. Referees going to be Dave Selyusted and Tyler Tomlinson. Dr. Ali Solari is in the house. We're simulcast on Blitz TV. Shout out to everybody watching this at home on the couch. Still not as good as watching it live, though. My name is Dave, and that doesn't matter because you're not here to see me or hear me. You're here to see fights. I do have one favor to ask you. Every fighter that's going to come out here tonight, if you know them, you know they have worked their ass off to get here. And we're going to let them know what we think. Win, lose, or draw, this is a positive event, and we're going to make a lot of noise for these warriors. You guys do that for me? Usually I gotta warm you up a little bit. This is all right, man. Let's get to business. You guys ready for fight number one? I don't even have to ask twice. It's going to be a good night. Fight number one brought to you by Amanda Lynn Sports Photography. You'll see the gorgeous woman with the camera cruising around. All of our pictures on Facebook are from Amanda Lynn. She will sell you pictures. She'll be in the crowd. She does amazing work. She is sponsoring fight number one. We got an amateur bout scheduled for three-minute rounds. Coming out first for the first time ever, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 180 pounds with a perfect record of 0-0. Doing it for Horns Elite Performance. Let's hear it for Austin Schumann.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we have Austin Schumann. This young man stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighed in at 180 pounds, on the money with a perfect record of 0-0. So what do we know?
Somebody's O's got to go.
That's right. And he is training out of Jeremy Horn's Elite Performance. So what do we know about Jeremy Horn's Elite Performance?
You know, the one thing I know about Jeremy Horn is that he's one of the godfathers of the UFC. He's going to be it's going to be a good fight. They're well trained over there, and I'm looking forward to seeing the talent.
Yeah, he's been in the game for a long time. So, you know, when he gets in here and he starts coaching these guys, it's been really fun to watch over the last, maybe 15, 16 years. He's been coaching out here in Utah over at his gym. He's changed locations, I think, one time during that entire time. Has had a solid stable of fighters. Current and active UFC fighters still come to train with him to get ready for their fights. The man has just a wealth of knowledge, so watching him impart that on these younger up-and-coming fighters is always fun to watch and see how they are able to apply that skill set.
Yeah, I really look forward to seeing what they bring to the cage.
All right, so what we're seeing right now is Jeremy's giving some Vaseline. The commission requires that the Vaseline gets put on the face right before they walk out on stage. A long time ago, they used to do all that backstage in the corner room, and then you would come out just ready to roll. And now they kind of want to make sure that you're not doing anything shady, you're not putting any icy hot on your body or putting Vaseline or any other slippery substance anywhere else on the body except for the authorized places on the face.
I love that.
All right, Austin looks ready to go. Does a little circle around the cage. I'm excited to see what his opponent looks like.
Man, I love it. Back when I first got in the cage, that first walk down on the 0-0.
All right, and his opponent tonight, fighting out of the black corner, also coming out for the first time ever, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 189.5 pounds, with another perfect record of 0-0. Doing it for Wasatch Combat Sports, let's hear it for Dalton, the Warlord Williams.
All right, we have Dalton coming out. He was given the name the Warlord by his kid, so he's pretty excited about that. Weighed in at 180.5.
Yeah, came in at 189.5, and he is training out of Team Wasatch Sports out there in Orem. What do we know about Team Wasatch Sports, or do we know much about Team Wasatch Sports?
I know in the last year they've had a lot of fighters coming out of nowhere, so it's a newer gym, I believe, and their fighters usually come ready.
Yeah, you know, I don't know all that much about them. I know they've got coaches over there like, Adam Chase. He's been a lifelong member over there. You've got this guy, Handsome. He's been working on his career for like 14 years. So I'm excited to see what he's got coming out here. he definitely looks composed. You see a lot of those first-time fighters come out and they have the jitters that are really obvious when they're cage side, and you're not really seeing that right now on this young man. He does look calm. He does look composed. He's getting that last-minute check by the athletic commission, getting that Vaseline put on right before he comes out. And, yeah, I think that this is a good matchup because both these guys are 0-0-0. So one of these guys is going to walk out with their first win in their first fight ever.
Yeah, I think it's a big point, too. And anybody stepping in this cage, there's so much that goes into it besides the fighting. The mental game is so important, being able to control your nerves and really focus on what you planned out in game and in your camp.
No, I absolutely agree. You know, the nerves can take everything out of your fight. You can be in the gym and you can be doing everything right every single day in the gym, and you get out here and the crowd just does something to your brain, and you see it happen on some guys that are just amazing in the gym, and they come out and they almost fight like a 2-year-old. They just get spanked because it overwhelms them.
A lot of the times that day of, the adrenaline dumps, it wears you out by the time you get the game and ready to fight. And
it's funny too. You can always tell the adrenaline dump by how weak their legs are.
Yeah.
When they don't have really the strength to stop a takedown, and they just kind of flop over a lot. You can see that they had that adrenaline dump just because they're not carrying themselves the way that they normally would coming out for a fight.
Yeah.
All right, so our referee this evening, Tyler Thomason, gave some last-minute instructions, and we're going to see this fight get started. If you're just tuning in, we've got Austin Schumann in the red corner with the black trunks, and we've got Dalton Williams in the black corner with the red and black trunks. Nice little shook.
Looks like he's got a little wrestling with the gator roll.
Yeah, almost looks like he's going for a 10-finger choke. He was grabbing the chin, had 2-on-1 over the chin, but don't think he had it in very tight. And nice knee to the solar plex by Dalton Williams. Yeah, you're definitely not seeing an adrenaline dump on this one so far.
Pretty calm for first-timers.
Yeah, they both look very composed. And Dalton's landed some nice, clean shots, and he's got
it. Clinch.
Throwing that knee to the head. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and the amateur kicks are now legal to the head, but knees are still not legal to the head.
Yes. That's been coming for a long time, and now one more weapon for him to use.
Yep.
I think it prepares them a little better when they go pro as well.
Right, gets you a little bit more prepared. Ooh,
good takedown.
Nice, sinks under and gets that takedown. Good job, Dalton Williams. Now, doing a good job of kind of riding high, see if he's able to capitalize.
Staying heavy, good mount position.
So he can keep his hips a little bit more wide so he doesn't get dumped too much.
Yep.
Oh, great transition underneath by Austin Schumann. He's doing a great job shrimping. He already got the one leg out. You see him dropping all the way to his side there so he can kind of drive that knee through. And there you go. Great transition and escape by Austin Schumann there.
Got back up.
All right, nice little break there. Good grappling match there on their feet for a minute, trying to kind of jockey for position. Yet Austin doing a really good job of putting him up against the cage. But
just barely missed on that head kick.
Great job by Dalton transitioning away. I like the head control he was using just now to get that turn.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand how tiring that ground game and the exchanges are in grappling.
Yes, very tiring. You're burning a lot of energy holding someone with your hands and fighting against their entire body. You know, when you're trying to hold someone in place, especially when you have them against the cage and you're trying to pull them down or even push them up against the cage, and it's not just you using your legs against their arms or anything else. Like you're fighting their whole body.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice head
kick.
Ooh, nice counter punch by Austin Schumann. That's a great first round for these guys. They look really composed in this first round. I mean, neither one of these guys have a fight between them. Obviously, they're training. They're doing some good stuff, getting some good training in there. obviously they're doing the right things. You got Jeremy Horn over there, you know, talking to Austin Schumann about, you know, what he saw in it. If you were in one of their corners, let's say you're in Dalton's corner, what are you telling Dalton to do right now?
Man, I think keep that composure, keep those hands up, and I really like how he's been grappling, and I think he needs to stick with that, set it up a little bit better with his hands, and take him back down to get that control.
I agree, but at the same time, I've really liked watching Dalton's stand-up game because he's thrown more. He's been a lot more offensive. He's gone for the head kicks. He's thrown more punches. It seems like he's kind of making Austin either have to counterpunch or almost second guess his striking game.
Yeah, he's definitely worried about his game plan rather than his own.
Yes, very much so. All right, we're going to see round number 2 of this. Seconds are getting out of the cage. And, yeah, this thing's about to go down. Let's see if the second round keeps the pace of the first round.
Yeah, they don't look too tired. Some deep breaths from Austin, but look like they're ready to go.
Yeah. Well, and you look over at Dalton, and he's kind of he's doing the wobble of the dance. He's ready to go.
Ready to go.
Ooh, nice jab by Dalton. Clean down the middle.
Yeah. Oh, good knee.
Nice knee. One thing I am liking out of both these guys on those exchanges, when they kind of break away, both of them are trying to throw something.
Yeah.
So they're not just leaving a clean breakaway. They're breaking away with a little bit of impact.
So you see that a lot in the amateur where they'll push away and not block, and they'll get hit, they'll get caught. So these guys seem like they've been in that position a few times before.
Ooh, nice right hand by Austin.
Good overhand. He's going after it.
Good head movement by Dalton, though. He's getting punched at quite a bit, but he's slipping most of those punches.
Oh, he just landed a good jab up the middle. Looks like we're seeing some blood.
Ooh, that big left jab, and this fight is over, ladies and gentlemen.
Dalton, the Warlord Williams.
Coming out, getting his hand raised in his first little foray here in the SteelFist Fight Night cage.
That was a stiff straight, and that put him right on his back.
No, that was a beautiful jab. It just dropped Austin Schumann, you know, and that happens. Don't underestimate the power of a jab. It opens up the big punches, but sometimes it does all it needs to do and drop somebody.
Absolutely.
So great job, Dalton, the Warlord Williams. Let's take it to the cage and make this thing official.
All right, can I get both fighters to the center of the ring, please? Both fighters to the center of the ring. What do you think, guys? Make some noise! Your winner, 52 seconds into round number 2 by TKO. Out of the black corner, Dalton, the Warlord Williams.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Dalton, the Warlord Williams. Dalton, dude, that was a great fight. You came in your first SteelFist Fight Night, and you got your hand raised. How are you feeling right now?
I feel great, man. I mean, out of breath, but great.
Outstanding, man. Did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
Honestly, my wrestling was not where I wanted it to be honest with you. But I've got a great corner, and they were saying those strikes were working, so I listened to them, and it worked out.
Awesome, man. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Oh, yeah, man. I could be here all night thanking people, but keep it short. Number 1, God is good, guys. If you're looking for a sign to get close with him, take this as it. Now, the next most important in my life, my wife, man, she's a queen, guys. She's pregnant. We got her second baby on the way. She went full-time mom duty so I could do this. She's the real champ, man. She had a lot harder than I did. And then last but not least, I got a phenomenal team. My coaches, Casey, Ben, I mean, they're not two smarter dudes that I can think of. And my teammates, They're incredible. There's a reason I'm the weakest link at Wasatch. They make me good.
Outstanding, man. Are you going to come back and do this for us again?
Justice, don't watch for a second. Oh, man, I want to be back in here ASAP. But I promise her we got a baby on the way. So when she lets me, you know I'll be in here.
Well, we can't wait to see you come back. Congratulations on the upcoming baby. And everyone give it up for your winner, Dalton the Warlord Williams.
You forgot one very important thing, Matt. He's undefeated, 1-0. Make some noise, getting it done, Dalton the Warlord. Now, this is the hard part. He has to have his picture taken with the Bud Girls, Mama, so don't get mad at him. It's part of the contract. Nobody wants to do it. He's got to do it. You'll be all right, man, I promise. You guys ready for fight number 2? Fight number 1 wasn't bad, man. Not bad at all. What? A minute into round number 2, TKO. A couple of guys duking it out. Let's see what number 2 can do. Brought to you by Jason Jones, JSS, Jones Subwoofer Solutions. The biggest bass and the best in the audio industry. He's got show cars, does the big boom booms. He'll even do your little Honda if you want. Check out JSS on Facebook. They've been with us a long time. They do good work. He is sponsoring an amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first for the first time ever, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, with a weighing in at 126 pounds, with a current record of 0-0. Doing it for One Hit MMA. Make some noise for the Bullet, Michael Kanazian.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we have Michael Kanazian. This man is standing 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in at 126 pounds, and he is coming out here with another perfect record of 0-0-0. So what do we know?
That O's got to go.
One of those O's has got to go. Now, where's he training out of?
He's training out of One Hit up in Layton, Utah, and I do know a little bit about that. Aldo's a great coach up there. And one thing about that gym, the way they spar, you are definitely ready to hit the cage. Some tough guys
Yes,
up
they
there.
spar like they fight, right? They train like they fight.
Absolutely.
All right, so corners up there. You've got Aldo right there doing a little bit of the grease, getting them ready to come into the cage. The Athletic Commission, obviously we talked about this before. This is that last-minute check that they do before letting them come in. But talking about Michael, this guy is shredded. He is looking very, very fit. Coming in about 4 pounds under the max of this weight scale. He's fighting at 130, so coming in at 126 for what they agreed on. So he looks shredded. I think this is going to be a good one, a fun one to watch, especially when you have these amateurs that are coming out in light like this.
Yeah.
You always expect to see a lot of energy.
Yeah, there's some high-firing individuals. Those lower weights, they're so fast,
Yes.
and so scrappy.
Explosive, I think, is a good word for it.
Absolutely.
They're all over the place. All right, looks like commission's done with him. He's coming into the cage. And he is definitely ready for this fight tonight.
He's excited. That first walk around the cage, getting pumped in front of friends and family.
All right, his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in on 130.5 pounds, with a current record of 1-1-1. Doing it for Team Molina and Freestyle MMA. Make some noise for the birthday boy, Daniel Molina.
So we have Daniel Molina coming out, fighting out of Team Molina and Freestyle MMA. You know anything about them?
I don't, but about Daniel Molina, I can tell you he's 5 feet 3 inches tall. He also weighed in at 130.5 pounds, so coming in just a little bit heavier than his opponent, and he's got that record of 1-1-1. So he's won one, he's lost one, and he's had a draw.
Yeah. How do you feel that those 5 pounds are inside of the cage?
You know, 5 pounds, if you're a true 135er or true 125er, 5 pounds doesn't really make a lot of difference. If you're naturally walking around that close to your fight weight, 5 pounds at weigh-in is not going to make a difference. Now, if you're a guy that walks 20 to 25 pounds heavier than they fight at, and you come in 5 pounds heavy, you're going to be even more heavy on the actual day of the fight because you've had a chance to hydrate and get some of that weight back, and it does make a big difference. You know, there's a phrase that we used to say back at the gym was mass kicks ass, you know, and it's true.
Like
you know,
that.
you get in against a guy that's heavier than you, especially if they're decent at wrestling, it makes it really difficult to enforce your will on them.
Yeah, it definitely weighs on you. I'm excited to see this one. They both look ready.
Yeah, and you got Tyler Tomlinson, the referee, going over and giving them some last-minute instructions, making sure that they are, good to go. Talking about the stuff before the fights, they do have a fighter meeting backstage, and they go over the rules. You know, hey, no low blows, stuff like that. You're amateur. These are the rules. You know, you can now kick to the head, but you still have to punch with your fist. You can't elbow. Not supposed to knee to the head. You knee to the body, that's fine and everything. But so he goes over that, and they also talk about like what is considered the back of the head, and it's kind of like a 2-inch strip, like a mohawk, starting at the kind of the point of the crown of the back of your head and goes down to the top of your neck, basically. Yeah. And so he just reminds everybody about that. Says, remember what we talked about back. And
control your weapons.
Yeah, control your weapons, and defend yourselves at all times too. That's the other thing that a lot of people don't think. When a referee gets in there and stops a fight, a lot of times it's not because you're just not defending yourself. It's because you're not intelligently defending yourself.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a little kick exchange.
Yeah, Michael's landed a few good kicks.
Ooh, nice exchange.
Sizing each other up, getting after it in the corner.
Yeah, neither one of these guys seems to be too intimidated by what the other one has. They both are pretty confident in what they can do.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Daniel looks really long.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he's got a little bit more of the reach. I mean, he's actually shorter, but it does look like he's got a little bit more of the reach advantage. Ooh. Nice slip to guillotine, and probably smart to let it go. Didn't have the other arm under, just kind of had him in a single headlock. Ooh, nice jab and slip through by Daniel.
And good cage control, trying to go for a sweep.
Nice takedown defense. Scramble by Molina.
Here looking for the, let's go with the guillotine.
Yep. Daniel's doing a great job of maintaining that dominant position, staying mounted.
Nice and calm.
Good reversal attempt by Michael. He did a really good job trying to transition through and still able to scramble out. And Daniel's still able to grab those legs and just drive forward.
That's where a lot of the time in these amateur, that position over submission comes into play. They get excited and forget about the position and get away.
And start throwing punches from every single position. No, Daniel's doing a great job of establishing a good controlling position here. He might be inside of Michael's guard, but he's not giving anything up. Michael's just now starting to climb, it looks like, for the first time so far. We still got over half a minute left of this round, so I think that Daniel's in a good place. I like seeing Michael climb like that. I'd like to see him control the head a little bit more as he's doing it, but I still like the fact that he's moving upwards. Everybody needs a coach like Daniel Molina's coach.
Absolutely.
You can hear that man anywhere in this building. That man has a perfect voice for a coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's so important when you can gauge that energy, you can gauge the gas tank and what you have left and put the efforts you need into to finish that round well.
Yes, absolutely. And, they're both going pretty slow to end this round, but, I think that Daniel did exactly what he needed to do to win that round, and we're going to see how it goes in this second round. Now, if you're Michael's coach, what are you telling Michael right now?
I think he needs to just control those positions a little bit better, not worry about the 1 or 2 punches over the position. He had an opportunity to get out and get away. He took the 2 shots, and he ended up on his back.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that the big kind of detriment to him was he kind of went for a head throw, but he went loose. He didn't commit to it. He didn't whip it through. He just stepped through and just kind of tried to drag him over, and that's how Daniel was able to scramble through and end up in a dominant position when they ended on the ground.
Yeah, I like what you said there. There's a lot of these times they do try and drag it when it's more hips to get their feet off stable and get a throw.
Quick. Yeah, it's supposed to be a lot quicker to get that throw. Now, you do see some judo guys out there that are just amazing at making it look like slow motion is possible, but the average person, you have to have momentum in that throw. All right, so round number 2, I think that Daniel is definitely ahead on the card. But again, I'm not an official judge, and neither are you. So, you know, what we're saying right now doesn't really matter when it comes down to it. But from what I've been watching, I think that Daniel's doing everything he needs to do to stay ahead in this fight right now.
Yeah, they both look super calm still. And
looping punch.
Big punch.
Oh, and then Daniel slips. So first Michael throws a punch, slips. And then Daniel throws a big punch and slips. So I think they're even on that one right now.
Yeah.
they both missed a big shot and almost fell over.
Daniel's listening to his side, taking a glance over there.
Ooh, that one slightly connected, but he was a little bit outside of the reach and moving backwards, so it didn't really have much damage on it. Michael Kanesian is really trying to throw that right hand right now.
Absolutely.
He's not setting it up as much as I'd like him to set it up, and I'm sure Aldo's thinking the same thing.
Oh, that was a nice waited for that kick and finished up with the wrestling. That was a great double.
Great double. I love the transition, just changing the angle to finish that takedown.
It was great.
He didn't worry about picking him up. He just drove him over.
Yep, step behind that foot and got him down. Right here, if they hold on for too long, it gasses those arms out. It's better to give up position sometimes. Ooh, that was a great
muscle through. That was all muscle right there by Michael.
It's a little bit high.
Ooh. Good job shaking him off.
He's got good side control.
Yeah, Daniel's in a great position right now. Watch him to go for that Kimura on that left arm.
It's good pressure.
Knee on belly, drive through, full mount. Great job.
It's like he's being patient.
Staying high but not too high. Right knees right under the armpits, letting them flow through underneath. This is where you want to see Daniel start landing punches.
Yeah.
Those kind of positions. When Michael turns under him like that, that's when you want Daniel to start dropping.
Take that time to soften him up a little bit.
Exactly.
Expose something.
Yeah, you're not going for the knockout in those punches, but you're definitely trying to change their mind.
Yeah. Arms
there you
there
go.
For an arm bar. Bad position.
And he transitions over to a triangle choke. He's got the figure 4 locked down. This is where you want to see him grab the back of the head and start pulling down and hipping up.
Looks like his leg slipped out a little bit.
Hooking the leg like that is exactly what you want to do, but for the other leg. He went the wrong direction. You want to drag that arm across your body, not lateral to your body. But, you know, great job going for a shoulder choke.
Oh.
That thing is on pretty tight. Let's see if he's able to do it. He's got it at that angle. It looks a little bit more like a, I was going to say a catch-style choke.
Yeah, I would have liked to see a sweep there.
Nice. Big explosive shots by Michael Kanesian right there. And then Daniel follows it up with some takedown action. I like that. That was nice. That was another good round and a good ending to a round. And these guys are having fun.
They are.
They're sitting there laughing and joking. Yeah, like, yeah, that was fun. Keep it up. See you in 1 minute, right? Absolutely.
Tell Michael's a little more winded in this round, taking some deeper breaths. I think anytime you go in like these boys have been for 6 minutes.
They're putting it all out there right now. And you can tell Daniel's pretty tired too. He's been wrestling a lot in this round, the last round, and even a bit in the first round too. And wrestling can take a lot out of you, you know. Throwing punches is hard, right? But wrestling somebody, controlling another person's body with your strength and your technique, takes a lot out of you.
Absolutely, on top of getting hit.
Yes.
It's
Yeah. Add a couple punches to that.
multi-weapons.
Yeah, definitely.
But this is when you got an 0-0 and a 1-1, these guys are, it seems the game is evolving.
Oh yeah, no, this is not what you used to see out of amateurs with that few of fights between them.
They're definitely skilled, and those numbers do not show the caliber of fighters these guys are displaying right now.
No, absolutely not. And Kanajian, coming out here, does not look like an 0-0 guy.
No, he definitely does not.
Nice show of respect right there. A little bit slower. Little bit slower for both of them on the jab and the takedown. But, they're in the third round right now. They've been fighting for 6 minutes so far. So, that takes a lot out of you.
He overcommitted to that. Lost the position.
Molina's got some really good wrestling. I like the way he's able to stop some of those attempts from Michael. And he's able to just kind of maintain that crossbody position. I love the knee on belly. He drives it through nice and methodical and is able to get mount. That's 3 times now that he's gotten full mount off of that crossbody.
And he's identified the position and out of position every single time very quickly as well.
Yes.
Guys that can wrestle like that are very hard to deal with.
Yes, and you watch too, when Michael starts moving underneath him, Daniel opens up his hips just a little bit and lets him slide around and still stays in a dominant position. Yeah. He's only been really moved and reversed once. He almost was reversed in the first round, but I think that muscle through reversal in the second round is the only time I've seen him actually get dumped over 100% on it.
Yeah, if Michael were to build his base right here, he'd have some hips to throw Daniel over the top, but he's just trying to pull the head, which isn't working.
And he's just doing a bulldog. He's got that bulldog headlock in, and he's just holding on. I'd love to see Molina start throwing some punches on that.
Absolutely.
Just to open him up a little bit, because he's not in danger from that headlock. But
got one hook in.
Great scramble by Michael.
Taking some shots to the ribs.
Kanajian's not sitting there on his laurels. I mean, he's might not be stopping the takedown completely, but he's throwing some punches. He's peppering him up on the way over.
Making him think, for sure. Got good pressure against the fence.
Kanajian grabbing onto the cage right there. You can't do that. You can't use your fingers to interlace the cage. You can't use the cage to your advantage to stop a takedown. Now what he did there was just fine. He actually just went palm on it. He had a finger go through, but it didn't grab, so he was okay. And I'd like to see Daniel either hold that knee really hard and just go at it low, or just drive through like that. As I'm talking about what I think he should do,
his positioning's been amazing. When he's down on that single, he's behind the heel, putting the shoulder right below the knee. You can tell he's definitely got some wrestling background.
Yeah, absolutely. And his very committed to his takedowns.
Yeah, he's
doing a good job trying to turn over and get him a little bit closer to his corner there. I did like that. I was watching Kanajian start to climb up the body again. He kind of let it go when Daniel started moving over and transitioning a little bit to the side, but I like seeing him unlock. I like seeing him climb up. There's not a lot of time left in this fight. So, we went all 3 rounds. This thing is going to go to the judges, but this is not what you expect out of people that have that few fights, especially Michael Kanajian.
No, that was a good display of the mixed martial arts. They had a lot of good striking, good kicks, but a lot of good grappling as well.
Absolutely. Let's take it to the cage and find out who the judges say won this fight.
Let's do it.
Well, this one goes all the way to the judges. So you're at a table, talk to your table and figure it out. Who do you think got it? Make some noise for the red corner, the Bullet. And out of the black corner, the Birthday Boy. I know you saw a lot of good fighting in there. You also saw these two gentlemen treat each other with respect. The minute that bell rang, they were done, and there's a lot of respect in the cage. Remember that. We got to total up the cards, get it all figured out, double check it. Both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Gentlemen, both fighters to the center of the ring. Do me a favor, gang. Make some noise for both these warriors, would you? Yes. Your scores are as followed. Rich Montanez with a score of 28-29. Dave Selustad with a score of 27-30. Dennis McMahon with a score of 28-29. Your winner by unanimous decision, out of the black corner, Daniel Molina!
Daniel Molina, that was an amazing fight. How did you feel?
Terrible, bro.
Was there anything that caught you off guard in that fight?
The weight cut.
Tough weight cut this time?
Yeah.
Well, your wrestling looked amazing. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Nah.
You gonna be back in the SteelFist cage?
Yeah.
Awesome, everybody give Daniel a hand.
Short and sweet on the interview, and he doesn't want a picture. You know what? Taking care of business and getting on out. One more time, make some noise for your winner. Now sitting with his second win, Daniel Molina. You guys ready for another one? Oh, come on. We got 13 fights. Don't fade on me now. I'll ask one more time nicely. You ready? Remember, the fighter's in the back, and they are chomping on the bit, ready to go, and they can hear you, so make noise. Fight number 3 brought to you by Legacy Roofing. I see this guy's trucks everywhere. You want to have it done and have it done right, do business with somebody that supports SteelFist. He takes care of his customers, he takes care of his crew, and he sits ringside. That's all right, man. Legacy Roofing, Northern Utah's best commercial and residential. Check him out for a free roof inspection. You won't be disappointed. He is sponsoring an amateur bout. Guess what? That means 3 3-minute rounds coming at you. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 172 pounds, with a current amateur record of 3-2. Doing it for One Hit MMA, make some noise for George Shelton.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage tonight, we got George Shelton. This man standing 7 feet. Oh my God, I said 7 feet. What the heck is wrong with me? This man is standing 5 feet 7 inches tall. He is the opposite of 7 feet. 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 172 pounds, with a record of 3-2-0, training out of One Hit MMA. What do we know about One Hit?
Man, they got a lot of fighters here tonight.
They got a lot of fighters here tonight. They have a lot of fighters here on every card, but they are a little bit stacked up tonight. So you've got head coach right there. What's his name? Aldo Arasia with Arasia Fighting Systems. I know they train a lot with, no, not Pedro, sorry. I can't even think. Gustavo Rodriguez
yeah.
For their jiu-jitsu program. I know before they would actually do a little bit of trading off with the University of Grappling with Mark Brewer to get some of their grappling for their fighters. But primarily it's been Gustavo Rodriguez for quite a while now.
Yeah.
And I know that they go way back. He and
Aldo.
and Aldo, sorry.
Yeah.
It's saying the wrong height just threw me off of my game like crazy. Now, George is coming off of 2 wins in his last 2 fights. His last win was punches in the second round, and his win before that was a decision. So you know he's got the gas in the tank and the power in his hands. Let's see what his opponent looks like.
All right, and his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in last night at 172.5 pounds with a current record of 0-0. Doing it for the Pit SLC. Make some noise for Shandon Sheffield.
we got Shannon Sheffield coming out with a height of 5'9", weighs 170 pounds, with a record of 0-0-0, fighting out of the Pit SLC. What do we know about the Pit?
Oh, the Pit SLC, you got head coach Ramsey Najim out there. Now, I know for a while you had people like Court McGee and some other people coming out and training with them, but primarily it's Ramsey, that beautiful man right there with a ponytail that can hurt you really, really bad. He is their head coach.
A high-level fighter.
Right. So that's the head coach right there. And he's coming out here with that perfect record of 0-0-0 against a guy that's been in the cage 5 times with his hand raised 3. So I'm excited to see this. Now, you know he's getting some high-quality training out there. He's getting that stand-up, but he's getting an amazing jiu-jitsu game out of Ramsey.
Absolutely. You see some of their stuff on social media. You got a bunch of guys coming out of the UFC that are up there training with these guys. And
yeah, well, I wonder why there's UFC guys training with someone like Ramsey from the UFC. Oh, that would make sense, yeah. So you've got high caliber fighters rolling in and out of that gym. So, you know, not just the UFC guys that are going to train for their fights, but the average Joe that goes to the gym that's training there is going to get some high caliber training because they're getting the opportunity to move and roll around with these high caliber athletes.
Absolutely.
All right, so our referee for this fight, Dave Selya, said, give us some last minute instructions. Tell him, no, you need to get in your corner, all the way into your corner. You're not quite in your corner. So
Dave's serious about his business.
No,
We
Dave
like
is very
that.
serious about his job. So right now what he's doing is just making sure that the gloves are good, that they're on nice and tight, doesn't feel any razor blades or weights inside the gloves. And then giving that last-minute instruction again, going over what, you know, is the back of the head, what to watch for, and defend yourself at all times. So we're about to see this fight get started. All right, what do you expect to see on this one?
Man, both these guys look pretty tough, and I think we're going to see some big shots and maybe a little bit of grappling.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of grappling, but watch for some heavy hands by George Shelton. Nice leg kicks, though.
He's picking them apart.
Setting it up slow.
Keeping his chin tucked. Ooh, nice overhand.
Shandon looks a little excited about that. Took those punches and like, yeah, all right, come on. Let's keep it going.
That's what it takes sometimes. Get hit in the face and it wakes you up.
Now, one thing I'm noticing about Shandon is his hand position. You know, he's staying a little bit high when he's bringing them up, but he's wide. He's not tucking his elbows in. He's not bringing his knuckles kind of across the cheekbones closer to the nose. He's leaving a lot open when down the middle when he's putting his hands in that position.
Looks like his positioning's pretty square as well, leaving him open for body shots.
Yeah, he's just walking through. But you never know. He might get into his groove here in a minute. It definitely looks like George Shelton's in his groove, though.
He is. He's got good head movement. He's throwing great combos.
Ooh, nice. I am really liking those strikes by Shannon Sheffield. That was actually, you don't see a lot of that unorthodox over, under exchange like that.
He caught the fence.
Grabbing the fence to prevent a takedown.
Good leg kick.
You know, the way that George Shelton's moving those combos, it's almost like he's sparring. He looks very calm and composed throwing those shots.
He does.
Except for that. That one didn't look that didn't look like a sparring kick. That looked painful.
Shandon keeps getting hit and getting a little grin on his face. I think he likes this.
Yeah, I think he enjoys being in the game. And you're watching just a second ago, he's landing some nice clean shots on Shelton as well. So, you know, it's not just as one-sided as it started looking at the beginning. You know, you've got Shandon coming back and landing some nice shots. And when he lands those shots, he's giving some combos in there. He's not just doing one punch and then running away. He's coming in and he's landing one and he's throwing more on top of that when it lands.
Yeah, absolutely. George is throwing some good combos, good head movement.
Definitely capitalizing on those leg kicks. And yeah, you're seeing a nice limp coming off of Shandon Sheffield.
Starting to limp a little bit on that front leg.
Ooh, nice jab.
Ooh, great combos by George.
Nice little slip on that combo, going ducking left, coming over that overhand right, ducking left or ducking right, coming in with that looping left. Ooh, nice. I like seeing that coming out of Shandon at the end of the round here. We got just a couple seconds left, and this round's over. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see a round number 2 of this fight.
Yes, we are.
It definitely looked like Shandon is opening up into his rhythm as this fight's been going on. You know, he did look a little bit more slow-paced and a little gun-shy at first, you know, kind of tight on his coil. And then once he landed that first bit of exchange there, when he had him against the cage doing that uppercut, overhand right combo, just one after the other.
Control into the single. Yeah, I think it takes a few minutes to get those jitters out if you do have them when you're first stepping into the cage.
Right.
And I think he's starting to find his rhythm a little bit.
Well, when you know that your punches can connect, it changes things.
Yeah,
you know,
gotta build the confidence in.
Yeah, personal experience. I hate getting punched in the face, and it takes a little bit out of me. The more I get punched, and the less I can throw it back. Like even just in the gym, training and sparring, and when you're able to start connecting some of your own, it really is a confidence booster.
Yeah, it definitely is. It can take a lot out of you when you go and put in a lot of work, and you just keep getting caught with a few shots from your opponent. You're like, man, game plan
like,
out the window.
What have I been doing the last 6 months, man? All right, so we're going to see a round number 2. Obviously, neither one of us are official judges, but who do you think won that first round?
I think George, just in the amount of punches and leg kicks, he just looks a little more fresh and a little more calm in there.
I agree completely, but the ending of that round I thought was great by Shandon Sheffield. And you're seeing a much more active Shandon in this second round. And kind of what we were talking about, his confidence level is up a lot from that first round.
Absolutely. I'm sure the coaches came in and told him that he needs to liven up a little bit and start using what they've been working on in practice.
Ooh, nice left by Shandon.
He's getting a lot of good pressure.
And yeah, I don't think that George liked that, so he's going for the takedown.
Keeping good pressure against the cage.
Ooh, nice inside knees by Shelton.
Leaving with a left hook.
Shandon's coming in nice and clean with those aggressive punches. And it really is kind of like balling up George a little bit. It's keeping him from throwing a lot until after a few and he's against the cage. He's definitely coming at him like a coiled viper, but he's taken some damage as he's coming in.
Absolutely.
And I think Shandon's looking really good in this round.
Yeah, he's had a lot better round.
A different fighter than he was in the first round.
He's having
nice liver shot.
Much better counter punches.
Yes, better counter punches, and I like the way that he's piping forward with all of his punches. He's not, like I was saying earlier, he's not landing 1 or 1-2 and then walking away. As soon as one lands, he's continuing forward like that, walking forward and throwing those punches. He's not backing away. He's not letting anything off after he lands a couple.
And he's stuffed every takedown that George has tried to get.
He's throwing a few leg kicks of his own. And now George is the one bleeding. At the end of the first round, you saw that Shandon had some blood coming out of the nose, and now George has got some blood coming out of the left eye, or the cheek anyway, just under the eye.
They both landed some great shots straight down the pipe.
Ooh, nice. Shelton landing another big shot, followed by a nice leg kick.
Tell that leg's hurting a little bit. These guys are both warriors.
Oh, absolutely. And they're going to look like it by the end of the night, too.
You definitely are.
Yeah, you're going to know these guys were in a fight when you see them later.
Both these fighters are very present. They're not closing their eyes when shots are being thrown. They're aware of their surroundings and really sticking in there.
Absolutely.
Great counters, great body shots.
It was a good counter by Shelton, too. After he took a couple shots, he threw that looping right. And it definitely broke Shandon away from him. I'd love to see him capitalize on it, but I don't know if he's got the gas in the tank to really go aggressive.
We got 10 seconds.
I think that you're seeing a lot more will out of Shandon than you are out of George at this moment.
That was a good round.
Now we're going to see a round number 3 of this fight. This has been an entertaining fight, and I'm really impressed by Shandon Sheffield. Coming out in this very first fight. He's already going into the third round against someone that, starting off in the fight, it looked like he was outmatched.
Absolutely.
It looked like that George Shelton had more to offer coming into that fight than Shandon did. The way he was landing those combos kind of with ease, almost looked like he was taking it like a sparring match, almost effortless. And then towards the end of that first round, Shandon really flipped a switch, and he's kept it going for the last round.
Yeah, when one opponent has 5 times in the cage, 5 fights, there's a lot that goes into that experience. So Shandon has really stepped up in this last round.
Oh, yeah,
and shown some.
I think it was a complete reversal of that first round. Obviously, I'm not a judge, so what I say does not go. But I think that Shandon pulled that second round.
Yeah, that could.
He landed
Very
more
close.
shots. He did more damage coming out of the first round. George Shelton was not bleeding at all. There was no blood on his face. He looked calm and composed. And then ending that second round, you got George Shelton cut, bleeding, blood going down his body, and gassed.
Absolutely.
Now, not completely out of gas, but his pace was not on par with what it is right now.
Shots coming in, looking like somebody wants to not leave it to the judges.
Hey, 1 minute of oxygen can do a lot of good for you.
Absolutely. It's like Shannon's the one pushing forward and controlling the middle of the cage.
Ooh, another big leg kick. And you can tell Shannon's not liking those kicks. He's changing his footing as the kick is coming because he's scared of it. And not to say I wouldn't be either after taking those many of them, but you can see his body react to the leg kick being thrown, not just hit.
Yeah, a well-placed leg kick is devastating.
I'd like to see Shelton come in with that same aggression he had at the beginning of the round and do that maybe 1 or 2 more times and see if he's able to capitalize.
Yeah, he's got to.
But I will say I am enjoying Shandon coming back with just as much.
He's pressuring him in the
He's
fence.
coming back just as hard as he's getting. I am enjoying the hell out of this third round right now.
There's blood flying.
No, this is a battle right now. These guys are just beating the crap out of each other. There's a little flick of blood on my hand I'm a little grossed out by, but, you know, like that just shows, you know, front row, we're in the splash zone, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are just putting it all out right now.
Banging it out. Showing heart.
Ooh, nice body shot.
Good combo.
I don't think there's a single loser in this fight tonight.
No. Shannon's going to feel that front leg for sure.
You know, we've got over a minute left of this fight. There's plenty of time for this fight to be finished the way that these guys are going after it. But at the same time, I don't want to see it end. I want to see this thing go for another minute of these guys just beating the crap out of each other, because that's literally what's going on right now.
They're banging it out.
Ooh, nice shots by George Shelton. Shannon's really coming after him. And George does a great job of breaking up those shots with those big looping rights.
Still got some good head movement.
Now George is starting to look really clean down the middle at will.
Yes, there's 6 landed punches right up the middle.
Shandon just comes back with some uppercuts.
Crowd's going crazy.
Back and forth. This fight is fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. We got less than 20 seconds. I think we're about 15 seconds left of this fight, and these guys are not letting up one bit.
They are banging it out. Oh, yeah, head kick by Shandon. These guys are getting it done. What a fight.
Outstanding. That is the way you want to end a fight. Now, I never like seeing a fight go to the judges because both of these guys feel like they won that fight. And you know what? In my opinion, they both did. This was a phenomenal fight.
Absolutely.
But,
Absolutely.
you know, neither one of these guys should be leaving this cage with their head hung down, because this was just a hell of a show. They put on a war for the fans. I don't want to be a judge right now. I would hate to, because I really feel that George won the first round. I feel that Shandon won the second round. And I think that
like
third round, in my opinion, was a draw. I think that third round was just evenly paced, evenly matched. I don't think anyone did more than the other. So
Absolutely.
I would hate to be a judge right now. They're earning their paycheck.
Great work, guys.
All right, let's take it to the cage and find out who won this fight.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I get to sit cage side between Misty and the Bud Girls. My life is good, but I got blood on me. This one going all the way to the judges. Talk amongst yourself, but do me a favor. Make some noise for George out of the red corner. And let's hear it for Shandon out of the black corner. guys beat the crap out of each other and then cheered for each other. That's the way you do it. You're not messing around tonight. I'm stalling while we add up the numbers. All right, gentlemen, both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Do me a favor, make some freaking noise. I'm gonna stick my neck out. Might be fight of the night right here. Going to the judges. Here we go. Rich Montanez with a score of 30-27. Tyler Tomlinson with a score of 29-28. Dennis McMahon with a score of 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision, out of the red corner, George Shelton!
George, first off, let's give it up to Shandon. What a hell of a fight, man. You're a warrior.
Hell yeah.
George, I want to take this interview, bud, because, and you know, I really don't like doing these interviews, but I think this is the one where you're checking out on us. And I know you worked really hard to make the weight. Shandon brought it and gave you a good final fight. And just wanted to give you a sincere thank you for being part of the show, man. I appreciate you. I also appreciate the service to the country and everything you've done for us, man. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, SteelFist, for having me. I have to give a big shout out to my team, One Hit MMA, Gustavo Rodriguez, Smash and Pass, and Derek Kilton, Assassin Muay Thai. And last but not least, my beautiful wife. She's my backbone. Thank you so much, honey. I love you.
Again, thanks for all the exciting fights, man. And I know we're going to see you around for a long time, but I appreciate you being on the cards.
Thank you.
One more time, make some noise, walking out here with his fourth win and working for every single bit of it. Your winner, George Shelton. Nice work, George. Well done, sir. Cage looks like we've already had 13 fights in it. Hardest part of the night. Smile with the Bud girls, man. You are done. Thank you, sir. Well done. You guys ready for another one? That's going to be a tough one to follow, man. I don't know. Make sure I'm not stepping in anything. All right, fight number 4 brought to you by my good friend Wayne Brown, Extreme Fire Protection. Again, you only want to do business with the best. You want to do business with Mr. Brown, Extreme Fire Protection. Give a shout out to his brothers, Polyride as MC, rock solid crew in the house. And Wayne is hooking us up with fight number 4. Another three-minute round amateur bout. Out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds, making his amateur debut for Horns Elite Performance. Let's hear it for Enoch Sands.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we've got Enoch Sands. This man standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds on the dot. He is training, or let's start about the main thing. He's coming out here with a perfect record of 0-0-0. So what does that mean?
Means the O's got to go.
Well, those O's has got to go. So he's training out of Jeremy Horn's Elite Performance. What do we know about him? What do we know about Jeremy? What do we know about the gym?
You know, the gym is just top notch. You've got a Hall of Famer from the UFC in here teaching these guys well-rounded, striking, grappling, all the above. So I'm always excited to see them come out.
Absolutely. And, you know, Jeremy right now doing that last minute little bit of Vaseline before they can come out into the cage and get busy with everything. Enoch looks really calm, really composed coming out here. He doesn't look like he's stressing out. He's having a chat with his coach right now, just getting ready to do this thing. So I think he's definitely ready. He looks pretty lean, for a 170 guy. He's not. Doesn't look like he had to cut too much weight. He looks at about a true 170. So I'm excited to see that. I like it when guys fight a little bit closer to their natural weight. It's hard to say you're a true 155er when you walk around at 195 pounds. So, I like seeing that.
So do I.
Yeah, he definitely looks ready for this fight. All right, let's see what his opponent looks like.
All right. His opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 167.5 pounds, with a current record of 0-1. Doing it for Team Bonafide. Make some noise for Jeremiah Andrew.
All right, we got Jeremiah Andrew coming out at 6'1", weighing in at 170 with a record of 0-1-0, representing Team Bonafide. What do we know about Team Bonafide?
I don't know a whole lot about Team Bonafide, but I do know a little bit about Jeremiah Andrew. I know that he's coming in off of that loss that you talked about with that 0-1 record against Rob Pelto out in Mountain Forest back in March of 2021. So he has had some time off since his last fight to go make those adjustments. He's had over a year to make whatever adjustments he needed to do to come out here. I know his loss was in the second round to Strikes, so he's definitely got it to go into the second round. Whether or not he can go past that or whatever, I don't know, because I haven't seen him do that. But I'm excited to see what he was capable of doing with over a year between fights. Hopefully he's been in the gym doing those things that you're supposed to be doing, training, working on your technique, working on your cardio, working on your strength and your conditioning. So, if he's been doing those things, it's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, it looks like his coach is Clay Collard from the PFL.
That's right, Team Bonafide, Clay Collard. Thank you for noticing that, because my brain just dumped a minute ago, kind of like that adrenaline dump we were talking about before, except it was a mental dump. Completely forgot. So Ryan Alt is actually the head coach over there. That is Team Ryan Alt. He's got the ranch over there where he's training everybody. Clay Collard, Jeremiah Andrew. So you know that he's getting some good training.
Absolutely. They should be prepped and ready to go.
Now, I'm interested to see if he's going to be as unorthodox as Clay Collard is.
It's hard to fight those guys.
Yeah, it is. And, if he's training with Clay, he's getting some good hits in, too. So he can take a punch if he's getting blasted by that guy. All right, Dave Selystead getting these guys ready, and we're about to see some action.
Go, touch
Nice
gloves
touch of gloves.
in the middle. Good jab up the middle.
Ooh, nice head kick by Jeremiah.
Control
Jeremiah
those leg
definitely
kicks well.
seems busy. Ooh,
Looks like
nice
Enid's
hook.
finding his range. He's being patient.
Enoch came in there, started throwing those, and it looked like Jeremiah was just balling over, and then bam, with that big left hook. I was playing possum.
Guys both look very composed.
Yeah, I'm a little thrown off by Enoch. He's kind of grabbing forward with his right hand, his power hand, his dominant hand. It's almost like what Nate Diaz tends to do, or Nick and Nate, but more like what Nate does, where he paws at the hand, except opposite. He's using his dominant hand instead of his lead hand. And then all of a sudden he throws a couple jabs off of it.
Ooh, he caught one up the middle. A great shot by Jeremiah. Good right hook by Jeremiah.
Ooh, big inside leg kick. And Enoch's pretty tough. You don't see him wince or anything on those shots. He just keeps moving forward.
Just took another hard shot and it just doesn't seem to phase him. Very methodical.
I like seeing him bounce. He stays really flat-footed as he's coming forward. Enoch does.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, he's still throwing off of it. That leg kick was nice. He's throwing those jabs off of it. It's just kind of throws me off the way that he moves forward so flat.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like a slide or a shuffle. It's more of a walk.
He keeps getting in on those shots, but then he takes a few. He needs to keep those hands up, and he's reaching a lot even when he gets in close.
He is, but I want to talk about that leg kick. That one, not so much, but that one and the 1-2 shots before that he threw, great job. He's turning his hips perfectly on those kicks. You watch it, he doesn't really have to point the toe or anything else. He's coming up and then dropping the hip and turning over to land that leg kick. See right there where he's coming down.
Yeah, a lot of power.
That's a lot more impact, the right way of doing it.
Absolutely.
Instead of just swinging a bat, you're swinging an axe, you know, up and then down.
Ooh, big overhand right. Landed by Jeremiah.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see a round number 2 of this fight. And Enoch started throwing one, heard the bell, and stopped, gave a little paw. All right, so takeaways in this first round. I'm kind of flabbergasted by Enoch. His pacing is throwing me off, and I think it might be throwing off Jeremy because he's just moving forward so effectively, but he's not shuffling forward. He's not dancing with it. He's just walking forward, kind of stalking him.
Yeah.
And then, you know, all of a sudden throws some nice shots.
You see that sometimes where a guy just continuously moves forward and the other guy's like, what is going on? This
Right?
guy's
'Cause he's
taking
landed some
everything.
big shots.
Yeah. And he just doesn't even phase him. Obviously, you don't want to take shots like that the whole time, but it can definitely make your opponent think,
Right, yeah,
what
it gets
is he
in their
gonna
head.
take?
Yeah, like, okay, that's not working. I need to change things up a little bit. And I think Enoch's definitely putting that thought into Jeremiah's head. But, again, Jeremiah's landing some nice shots. He's landing some good kicks. He's landing some good punches, nice, clean punches. So, you know, I think that if I'm judging it, I'm saying that I think that Jeremiah won that round. But something about
Yeah.
Enoch, man, I'm watching this guy.
Yeah, it feels almost like he's waiting for something to open up. I don't know if it's grappling or what, but he's...
Yeah, and the way he's pawned with that backhand, it's just throwing me off so much. Unorthodox, but not in a bad way. There you go.
Oh, there we go for the grappling.
It was a great shot. Let's see if he's able
Got
to finish it,
that tight
though.
underhook.
Jeremiah's got the arm through, trying to stuff it. Get a little...
Move to that high crotch and lift. And
Enoch's definitely committed to that. I'd like
see
to
him
see...
slide down to that ankle and pull him off the fence. There he goes.
No, and you're seeing Jeremiah just really strong, got that underhook under the arm that Enoch's trying to use to pick the ankle, and he's just lifting him back up every single time.
Yeah, it makes it so hard.
I'd like to see Enoch kind of switch a little bit up and go with a forearm and kind of start cross-facing to create some separation, but at the same time, he's doing a good job of stuffing the takedown.
Yeah, this takes a lot of energy. He's trying to lock
Enoch
those.
let go of that right and just focus on one leg and pull it out.
Here,
But-
switch to the high crotch.
Yeah. There's so many options that you see more when you're not the one in the fight. You know, like I could sit and armchair warrior this thing all day, but the reality is, like, you know, Enoch's the one in the fight trying to get that takedown, and he was really working for it, and he's still putting on that pressure. He's doing a really good job with cage control here. All right, and that was Dave Selstad separated them because there wasn't enough action. There wasn't a lot of jockeying for positions. They were just kind of stalemated in one position. So he reset the fight to get them back and get this happening. Nice big head kick by Jeremiah.
Takes a deep breath and goes back to striking. Like to see Enoch keep those hands up a little bit. Super low.
And he's landed some big shots, but like we were talking about before, Enoch just kept moving forward. I don't know if you saw a moment ago, Enoch just kept walking forward on him when he was getting hit, and Jeremiah just gave him a shove, like just to push him back, like, get off me.
Yeah, he took 5 or 6 shots and just seems to not phase him. Looks like he's going for a little bit of a Kimura on that one arm.
Well, I don't think he's got him for the Kimura. I think he's just wrapping up that arm to try and break it away. He doesn't have a T-wrap going or anything like that. He's just trying to get under there.
He's got good hand control.
Enoch's doing a great job of grappling right here against the cage. He's controlling that position. He's making it really difficult for Jeremiah to do anything to him. He hasn't been able to get that takedown to security. He's got 10 seconds left. He's got to really work for it if he wants to end this round in a top position. But either way, he's staying dominant.
Yeah,
I'd love to have seen him land some strikes of his own, maybe sit up off of the cage at that 10-second warning and just start throwing some punches. The way that he ate so many in that round, it's not going to play well into the judges' scorecard.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, you see that Jeremiah landed those big shots, landed the head kick, landed the punches, all that, and he forced Enoch to put him against the cage and change things. It wasn't necessarily that he did that because that was the next step in his game plan. It was, I need to put him against the cage because he's hitting me.
Yeah, and Jeremiah showed great takedown defense, and that's one thing. You put a lot of energy into trying to take a guy down and you don't get it. That can be demoralizing.
It's demoralizing, and it takes it out of you.
Absolutely.
But walking away from the second round here, what are your thoughts? If you're Jeremy Horn, what are you telling Enoch he needs to do?
I think he's down. I think he needs to step it up in this, land a lot more strikes, keep his guard up, and set up. If he's going to go for the takedown, he needs to set it up a little bit better with his hands or his kicks.
Right. And I think that if he drives in for another one of those double legs and has him against the cage like that, he needs to switch to a single and go low and start picking it away.
Absolutely.
He was doing the right thing, going low in that first attempt, but he was going low with one arm still around the hip.
Yeah.
So it makes it a little bit more difficult to suck it out from you. Your opponent is a little bit more capable of controlling your body.
Yeah, and some power, changing levels, super important when you're just pressuring them. It helps bounce them off the cage and take an ankle or adjust your position.
Or rotate. Grab that leg and start rotating to the side.
Absolutely.
A little pawing action from both these guys. Both of them pretty slow paced right now in this third round.
This third one's quite a bit slower.
I mean, you expect it, but at the same time, it's surprising with the pacing that they had in the last round.
He got caught with a nice uppercut for that takedown defense. Like I said, he would do better if he set it up with some hands and didn't just shoot in.
Right. That rotation on his movement forward, where he's got that right hand leading forward, but he's in a standard stance. It's throwing me off a little bit, but I think it's doing the same thing to Jeremiah.
Yeah, he's very square.
But I think it's taken away his ability to really throw those shots before shooting in on him.
Absolutely. It's a nice right hand by Enoch.
It definitely takes the oomph away on that right cross, too.
Yeah, Jeremiah landed a nice body shot.
All right. Here, Clay and Ryan over in Jeremiah's corner. He's telling him to turn it on, turn it on.
Yeah, we got less than a minute left.
That uppercut was slick.
Yeah, Enoch's bleeding pretty good. If I were Enoch, I would be turning it up. I feel like he's down probably 2 rounds and really needs to turn it up. There's only 40 seconds left.
Oh, absolutely.
Keep stepping into that uppercut.
Ooh, nice big right by Jeremiah.
That uppercut and overhand right keep landing.
All right, 10 seconds left of this fight. And this is where you want to see him turn it on and just leave everything out here in the cage.
You never know.
put that little exclamation point on the victory. And honestly, I'm just guessing here because I'm not an official judge. I think that Jeremiah Andrew did everything he needed to do to win all 3 of those rounds. But that was a great fight. Not a bad performance by Enoch Sands coming out here for his very first fight and going all 3 rounds against somebody that is capable of landing that many shots consecutively.
Yeah, I agree. I think Jeremiah looked really clean. His shots were landing, and I would agree that he got that
Yeah, well, you know what?
3 rounds.
We don't get to be the judges, so let's find out what the judges actually said.
Judges
and take it
having
to the
to
cage.
earn their money, but nobody's working as hard as this kid in the cage tonight. Hope he gets paid by the pound of towels. What'd you guys think of fight number 4? Make some noise for the red corner, Enoch. Let's hear it for the black corner, Jeremiah. Man, I can't even call who cheered louder. I'm glad I'm not a judge. I just read stuff to you guys. So we'll have the answer coming up shortly. These guys taking it all the way to the end. All right, I have the answer. Do me a favor, gentlemen, both fighters to the center of the ring, and you know what to do. Make some noise. Man, I got another one going all the way. Rich Montanez with a score of 27-30. Tyler Tomlinson with a score of 27-30. Dennis McMahon with a score of 27-30. Your winner by unanimous decision out of the black corner, Jeremiah Andrew.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Jeremiah Andrew. Jeremiah, dude, that was a hell of a fight, man. You landed some heavy hits on that guy, and he kept coming at you. How are you feeling right now?
I feel great. I feel a little tired, but I feel good.
Did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
No, not really. It was just a fight. I don't know. It was fun. I loved it. Ready to do it again.
All right, is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
I would like to thank my coaches and my team over at Team Bonafide. I'd also like to thank my sponsors, Invictus Sports, FMF Trucking, and Anthony Salinas Tattoos. And I'd also like to thank my family and friends that came out tonight. And happy Mother's Day, Mom. Love you.
Are you going to come back and do this for us again?
Oh, yeah, I want to do it some more.
Oh, we can't wait to see you come back, man. Great job tonight. Everyone give it up for your winner, Jeremiah Andrew.
Walking out of here with his first win and taking it all the way to the end. Congratulations, Jeremiah. Smile big, man. All right, what do you think? We'll do one more, then we'll bring the Bud Girls out here, have them throw some T-shirts your way. So we got fight number 5 coming up next. Some damn good fighting going on tonight. Appreciate y'all coming out. SteelFist Fight Night. You guys ready for fight number 5? How about my upstairs posse? You guys ready for fight number 5 upstairs? All right, make sure you guys are with me. Fight number 5, another amateur bout, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds, brought to you by X-Card. Check out X-Card and experience true purchasing freedom. Check out the X-Card app on your smartphone. Get yourself hooked up. I got an amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 129 pounds with a current record of 0-2. Doing it for Team Agima. Make some noise for Gage Street.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we've got Gage Street. This man stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighed in at 129 pounds on the money. And he is fighting with a record of 0-2-0 out of Team Agima. What do we know about Team Agima?
Man, I don't know much.
You don't know much. Well, I can tell you, Dane Aristobal over there, and you've got, I believe, Court McGee has been moving over there to get some work and to help coach over there. So they're a gym that's been around for a little while, and they're definitely getting some good reputation beneath them. So he's coming out here off of 2 losses. I know his last fight was a split decision against, I believe it was John Smith back in February, and then before that, I believe was back in 2018. With a rear naked choke is how he lost in the 3rd round. So
well,
he's a little scrapper. He definitely can go all 3 rounds.
Yeah, he looks fit. It's like he's ready to go.
Yeah, definitely fit. Definitely. I mean, you don't really see a lot of guys that fight that weigh 129 pounds that have much body fat on them in the first place. You know, we talked about before, you see a lot of energy and a lot of explosiveness out of these guys at this weight class. He's definitely training with some good guys over there at Team Agema, so I'm excited to see if he can come back into the cage tonight and get his hand raised for the first time. Let's see what his opponent looks like.
All right, and his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 128 pounds, and making his amateur debut with SteelFist Fight Night. Doing it for Holt Camp MMA, let's hear it for Nick Hamby.
All right, we got Nick Hamby. His height of 5'7", weighed in at a couple pounds under at 128. And he's 0-0-0, and what do we know about that?
One of those O's has got to go.
And he's representing Team Holt Camp MMA. What do we know about them?
I mean, that's his. It's not really a gym. It's a team of guys that trains with one of the other fighters, but the last name Holtkamp. So his name's Bronson Holtkamp. He's a local guy right there that you just saw doing his Vaseline. Is just kind of the coach out there. It's just a group of guys that get together and train and come out here to see what they can do. And this is the first time he's getting out to the cage to see what he can do. So I don't really know a lot about him. I can't talk him up. I can't talk him down. All I can really say is that, you know, he's coming out and he's seeing what he's made out of right now.
Yep.
And Tyler Tomlinson is going to be the referee for this bout tonight. And he's giving some last-minute instructions to Nick Hamby, talking to him about the corner rules that they went over earlier in the evening. Now he's going to bring them to the center and make sure that they're ready to go.
Looks like Gage is ready to go. He is fired up.
And we're about to see some action.
No touch of gloves.
See that wound up energy right there by Gage.
Yeah, Gage is pumped. Just need to settle.
There he goes. Lands one on that. A lot of aggression, gets that
bear
takedown.
hug.
Nice little scramble.
Good pressure against the cage. Trying to do some.
I'd like to see Gage start going for that knee through, trying to drag it down, take his right hand, maybe put it on the left knee of Nick Hamby so he can start dragging.
It's like he's fishing.
I mean, that's not a bad move right there either, but you run into that opportunity for your opponent to get a transition and reversal on you by rotating towards that leg.
Well,
but hey, great job by Hamby. Or sorry,
knee
by
on
Gage.
belly,
Getting
gets
that.
out, full mount.
Ooh, nice. Getting some
Ground
good
and
ground and
pound.
pound, and I think this fight's going to be over, ladies and gentlemen. This fight is over. Tyler Tomlinson stepped in. He saw enough, and Gage Street comes out and finally gets his hand raised here in the SteelFist Fight Night cage.
I know how that feels because when I was fighting, I was 0-2, and that pressure of going 0-3 was too much to take. And I could see getting his hand raised. He is excited.
Yeah, he definitely redeemed himself tonight, getting that big win early on in the first round with beautiful performance with that ground and pound. All right, let's take it to the cage and make this thing official. Way to go, Cage.
Well, well, well. Gentlemen, can I get both fighters to the center of the ring, please? Both fighters to the center of the ring. Gang, you know what to do for me. Make some noise. Your winner, 1 minute, 4 seconds into round number 1 by TKO. Out of the red corner, Gage Street.
Gage, heck of a fight, buddy. Let me get you in here. How do you feel, man?
I feel great.
That was an amazing fight. Saw you had some energy coming out. You got him down. That was a great transition. Get the full mount, and you pounded him out. You got anybody, did you see anything in this fight that caught you off guard?
No, I knew I was going to take him down, and I knew that was my best shots on the ground. So.
That's awesome. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I wanted to dedicate this fight to my boy, and then I want to thank my family up there, and my coaches, Alden and Dane.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Will we see you back?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Good luck.
Wait, Gage, that's your first win, man. Congratulations. Walking out of here with a W. Your winner, Gage Street. That made him smile. One more time with the Bud Girls. Pretend like you're having fun, Gage. Congratulations, man. Well done. Fight number 6 brought to you by Jessica Kruger, your undisputed champion of real estate. Make sure you check out homesforSaleUtah.com. You see a pattern here, right? She can sell you a house, Legacy Roofing, make sure the roof's good. Wayne Brown, make sure you got fire sprinklers. We got you covered. So Jessica Kruger hooking us up. homesforSaleUtah.com with fight number 6. Another amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 216.5 pounds with a current record of 1-1. He's doing it for One Hit MMA. Make some noise for Vincent Vannucci.
Yeah. Remain solid.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we got Vincent Vannucci. This man stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, full of energy, weighing in at 216.5 pounds. And this guy is ready to go. He is coming out here with a record of 1-1-0, trending out of One Hit MMA. What do we know about him? What do we know about One Hit?
Man, I think he's from my town, Davis County and Bountiful. So I've talked to him a little bit, but I'm excited to see him in the cage. I haven't seen him fight yet, but it looks like he's been up there with One Hit, getting his work in, so he should be ready.
All right, and I know his last fight was actually a loss against Justin Villapando back in 2019, so both of his fights were actually in 2019. His win was against Weston Miller and then lost against Justin Villapando, so he's been out of the game for a while, going in, working with Aldo Arregia up there at One Hit. You see Ben Moa up there, also from One Hit, and University of Utah, and what was it, the Dolphins, and like a bunch of other football teams, because he's just an amazing athlete and just a hell of a guy. So, you know, he's out there getting some good training. He's obviously taking some time off, and hopefully he's been getting some good work in between.
Yeah, I think it helps to mature a little bit. Sometimes we get in the cage for the wrong reason, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah, no, 100%. You know, and you know, there's that reality that you could be in the gym getting all that training you need and coming to the cage, and it doesn't change the outcome. You know, so. You like to see people in there doing the things they need to do to set them up for success, but at the same time, you never know how it goes on fight night, but he definitely looks like he's ready to go. I'm excited to see what his opponent looks like.
All right, and his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 211 pounds. Making his amateur debut with SteelFist Fight Night out of Vernal MMA. Let's hear it for Benjamin Franklin.
All right, we got Benjamin Franklin, height of 5'9", weighing in at 225.
All right. Sorry, keep talking, man.
With a record of 0-0-0, and what do we know?
One of those O's has got to go.
Absolutely, and he's representing Vernal MMA. What do we know about those
You know,
guys?
I don't know a lot about Vernal MMA because I don't make it out to Vernal. That's one of those outskirt towns, you know, out here in rural Utah. They do have some good guys out there that are putting on some shows. You do have a lot of wrestlers that come out of places like that. A lot of the rural communities here in Utah, wrestling and football, baseball, those are all big sports out there in those smaller communities. He's coming out here looking like a Viking, ready to get some war going on. So I would expect to see someone that can wrestle out of there. Honestly, that's the biggest one, is seeing someone that can wrestle, put someone on the cage, put someone on the mat, and start really working their will.
Absolutely. They both look really focused and ready to go.
Absolutely. And, right now, like we said before, this is where they get that last minute with their coaches to put on the Vaseline and get them ready to come out to the cage with the athletic commission watching them. He definitely looks composed. He looks like he's ready to go. He doesn't look like he's shaky or nervous. His movement back and forth is nice and slow and calm and composed. So, like I said, yeah, he definitely looks like he's ready for this thing.
It's always exciting when we get these heavier guys out there banging.
Yeah, no, it's you see either people at this weight class, you see them either just swing for the fences and put everything out there for it, or you see them wrestle and just put on a dominant performance in that aspect. Yeah. So, you don't see a lot of fast-paced fights at this weight class where they're going for 3 rounds at that kind of a thing, because, I mean, hell, they're throwing around over 200 pounds each, so that's 400-plus pounds in this cage right now.
Absolutely. It's when we're jumping away from the cage when they go for a takedown. Make sure that thing holds tight.
Yeah, they definitely put the cage to the test. This aluminum Septagon, it's held up a lot of weight, and it continues to do so. So I'm excited to watch it shift a little.
Absolutely.
All right, Tyler Thompson gives some last-minute instructions. One thing I'm noticing on Benjamin Franklin, the founding father over there, is he's got an inhaler tattoo.
Yeah, I wondered what that was.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's for himself, or if it has to do with like family members or something like that. So I'm kind of curious. Maybe I'll hit him up about it after the fight if he wins, or you will.
Great.
I will. I don't know. Or if he doesn't.
Or maybe that's a spot that you punch to knock the wind out of somebody.
Oh, I like it.
Here we go.
All right, nice touch of the glove. Show respect. Ooh, big
great
body kick by Vincent Venisi.
Good follow-up kick. Benjamin.
Venisi really drives through, gets that takedown, and Benjamin Franklin trying to scramble out, but not really able to escape that leg.
No, he's trying to hold on to that head when he's not got it.
No, he's got the head. He's got it secured. He doesn't really have a choke or anything with it, but he was scooting really well to try and get that hip out. But Vincent did a great job of controlling that other leg to keep him from really doing much of escaping on that.
Yeah. Albie's doing a good job of finding that fence. And
you can't see it on the camera, but you could see it from our angle. Vincent looked nice and calm, just working on his breathing right there. But man, Benjamin really kept on with that and was able to drive over and ends up in a dominant position right now. Got that half mount, driving the knee through. Look for it to go straight to the ground, and there he goes, escaped the foot, and now he's got that full mount. See if he's able to kind of break those hands free and sit up in posture from here, or if he's just going to sit and punch from there. Those punches don't have as much oomph on it until you posture up, so. I do like how busy he's staying. Not really in danger of being stood up like that, but.
It's like he's trying to soften him up and break that top lock.
Locking that foot in to try and kind of stretch him out a little bit more. flattening out. Put that weight on and kind of flatten him out. But I'd love to see him try and break those hands away and start sitting up a little bit more, bring their knees a little bit higher.
Yeah, I worry about that hand being under the head. That's the side that he could get swept to.
Yeah, well, especially the way that he's driving his feet like that and hooking the legs. You're setting yourself up for that hook and roll dump. You know, he's blocking out his own leg to really be able to base out on that left side.
Could really help him posture up with that other arm on the mat as well.
Right. Sorry, I meant left side of Vinicius. You know, Vinicius in a great position right now to really get that reversal going if he was to try.
Yeah.
And you see, I guess you don't really see it on the camera right there, but Ben Moa was just pointing to the left, to Vinicius' left, saying, go that way, roll that way, roll that way.
Yeah, that right arm is deep of Benjamin, and that would be a great time to try and hit that roll.
Yeah, I would be taking advantage of what you've got Benjamin doing right now, where he's trapping that leg. He's actually doing it to his own detriment. If Vincent would have bucked and moved to the left and rolled hard, he wouldn't have had any base to block that transition. But, you know, I think that, you know, Benjamin did a great job staying in a dominant position. I think that he ended the round exactly where he needed to be. He threw a lot of shots from there. They weren't heavy, damaging shots, but he was still throwing a lot of shots from that position. And I think that's all he really needed to do to win that round.
Yeah, he controlled pretty well. And that's taxing too when you're trying to hold him down the whole time, just afraid of letting him go to take some shots. That taxes your arms. So
yeah, no, you get some rubber going on with those arms. You get the that lactic acid buildup and all that blood that just stays isolated in your arms because you're not giving them a chance to breathe and circulate. And so you don't come out with as much energy or strength in the next round.
Yeah, it looks like Vincent's shaking those arms out.
Yeah.
Probably expended a little more energy than he would like to, holding them down there.
Right. Well, and, what we were talking about with Ben pointing about the possible escape from the mount there, he was talking to him between rounds of, yeah, you needed to buck, you needed to roll to your left, you need to roll to your left. And hopefully that opens up, if that position happens again, that Vincent's going to be able to think about doing that next time.
Yeah. They're sizing each other up in the middle of the cage,
well, you
throwing
know,
a few kicks.
Big boys like that, you don't really want to give the opportunity for one of them to throw a shot. You know, you got to respect the size alone, you know, can lead to a lot of power. You know, I mentioned before that old saying we used to have at the gym, mass kicks ass, and now you're seeing a lot of nice aggression by Vincent Vinicius.
I think some of these bigger guys, they rely on that power and they don't like going to the ground, and I think that's what he's
right.
hoping for.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Get that shot.
Now, I can't tell if Vincent's grinning or if he's just trying to breathe, just making his mouth a little wider for the air. Ooh, nice right.
Shuffle.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a nice right overhand.
With Benjamin taking that southpaw stance, it does kind of change things up for you. If you don't have people at your gym that are southpaw that you can work with, it does make it a little bit more difficult to land some of those shots.
It really does. Changes that whole mindset of how you're supposed to posture, where you step, how you throw the punch.
Yeah, exactly.
And also expecting what's coming back.
And the distance, too. It changes everything. That heavy hand is now at a completely different angle than what you're used to. So, yeah, I like what you said. What's coming back, it changes it a lot.
Looks like Vincent's corners signing for him to come and stand closer to their corner.
Say, come over here, come over here.
Don't know if he hurt his left hand because he switched positions and is only throwing the right.
Yeah, Vincent's keeping that left hand real low.
Yeah, think he might have heard it. He's not used it for a few minutes.
He's definitely not setting anything up for that right hand either. He's just throwing the right hand.
Low leg kick by Benjamin. I think they're going to wait it out these last few seconds.
Yeah, we're going to see a round number 3. All right, so what's your takeaway from that round? That was a lot more slow pace. There wasn't a lot of action from either one of those guys. It makes it really hard to determine who won that round.
Yeah, I think Vincent came out at the start looking for a heavy shot, hoping to stun him or knock him out, and then when that didn't work out, they both kind of laid back and was a little more thoughtful on their energies.
Yes, a lot more thoughtful on the energy. I like that. You got Ben over there in the corner, Ben Moa and Aldo Arroja talking to Vincent, telling him what he needs to do. I like seeing that little aggressive right, stepping to the left, throwing a right cross that Aldo just kind of demonstrated. I'm hoping that that's him saying you need to get in there, change your angle, and throw something.
Yeah, he was just coming in single-handed, wasn't setting it up with a jab. So
and he wasn't doing anything to change his angle to set up any punches either. You know, because, yeah, we always talk about you set up your strikes with a strike, right? You set up your big right hand with your left, right? You set up the cross with the jab. You set up the hook with the cross. But you can also set up a lot of big shots with just changing your angle.
Yeah.
And doing a sidestep and coming over with that left hook or changing over to a right cross.
Footwork is important.
Oh!
Big takedown by Benjamin.
Big takedown by Benjamin. Now Benjamin's in a good position here.
He is about to
He's
get
going
that
to drag
hand
that
off.
arm down.
Sure, he's going to look to go into the full mount.
Yeah, watch him to drag that knee to the ground to take his knee across. There you go. He's got the
shoulder in the neck.
Hand on the knee and slowly dragging it across. But good job of Vincent knowing that that's happening and changing up a little bit and kind of clamping down with both legs for a second there.
He's trying to tie that foot up. I think at this point he's got to do more than holding neck and bottom though. He needs to get some points and change his position.
See, right now, he's got a good opportunity to drive through and get that mount. There he goes. And I don't know how strong Vincent is right now holding him down. I'd love to see Benjamin Franklin sit up and start punching, or go for the shoulder choke. You know, I'd like to see him finish is the biggest thing. I'd like to see him keep it away from the judges and go for a finish.
A lot of time left, minute and a half. Gonna go heavy here. Looks like he's gonna.
Oh, he's got that shoulder. He's got that shoulder choke. I'd love to see him step over and go to the outside and start walking the body when he gets that in next time instead of trying to get it and trying to finish it from the mount. I'd love to see him try and finish it from the side.
Yeah.
Puts a lot more pressure on that choke just by changing your body angle. It automatically drives your head deeper into the shoulder, forcing that heart much deeper into the carotid artery.
That's going to be deep.
That is very deep. And he's there. He's still in it. Yeah, Tyler's watching this. Oh, there's the tap.
Benjamin got it done from the mount position with the shoulder choke.
That was a great job. He really set it up. He was very meticulous on getting it. And it looked like Vincent was good. There was a lot of pressure, but I think he just had enough. He wasn't able to breathe, so he just tapped it out.
Yeah, that was.
All right, let's take it to cage and make this thing official.
Let's do it.
All right, can I get both fighters to the center of the ring, please? Both fighters to the center of the ring. Do me a favor, gang, make some noise. Your winner, 2 minutes, 21 seconds into round number 3. Tap out, dude, it's shoulder choke. Out of the black corner, Benjamin Franklin.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Benjamin Franklin. Man, that was a great fight. Way to go getting that shoulder choke in the third round. How are you feeling right now?
I'm tired.
You should be. Did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
Hey, first things first, much respect to my opponent. I wish him and his family the best.
All right, is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Richard Mendoza, Ben Robinson, and I don't know where Odin is. We fucking did it, guys!
All right, man, are you going to come back and do this for us again?
I'm gonna leave that up to the fans and Pat and Kevin Patton.
All right, man, well, congratulations. Everyone give it up for your winner, Benjamin Franklin!
Seriously, who the hell's gonna bet against Benjamin Franklin? I heard Thomas Jefferson was talking some trash, man. Don't get me started on them English dudes. Congratulations. Walking out of here undefeated. One more time, your winner, Benjamin Franklin! You guys ready for fight number 7? Now, you've heard me talk about all these cool businesses tonight. You know, I could be talking about your business right now. I don't know, maybe you got a tattoo shop in Layton or something else really cool. I could be telling everybody how much your business rocks. If you get with us, SteelFistFightNight.com. Make sure you talk to Kevin or Pat Patton. We'd love to have another sponsor hooking us up for fight number 7. This would be an amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, going to be fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 115 pounds and making his amateur debut with Steel Fist Fight Night. Oh my goodness. Let me back up. I screwed up. Making her amateur debut with Steel Fist Fight Night. Doing it for One Hit MMA. Make some noise for Sam Daybell.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wait here for a second. Looks like they had to grab Sam from backstage. It looked like he was coming out. No, that was Aldo.
Super important to have a fighter.
All right, now we got her. Sam Daybell making her way out to the cage. This young lady standing 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighed in at 115 pounds with a perfect record of 0-0-0. So what do we know?
That one of those O's gotta go.
One of those O's has gotta go. She is training out of One Hit MMA. What do we know about One Hit?
Man, they've been showing up tonight. They're
in force.
In force. With Aldo and the boys up there and the girls. I'm excited to see this. I've got a young daughter that just started wrestling, and I love seeing these young women come out and do what they do and find that confidence and put it all out there.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, women's MMA is honestly some of the best fights that we have in the Steel Fist cage is put on by women. They put more on the line. They don't quit. It's almost like they're showing everybody that they can compete, and you know what? Every single time they do. I am a huge fan of women's MMA. I'm excited to see this fight. And, you know, you've got this young lady right here, Sam Daybell, is training over at One Hit MMA, so you know that she knows how to put her hands on someone.
Absolutely. Well trained, well pressured. Practice is like the real thing.
Yep, absolutely. I'm excited to see what she can do coming out here. She's about to come into the cage, getting checked once over by the commission after getting the Vaseline put on, make sure that everything's good to go, that there's no lube of any kind on her arms or torso or anything. You don't want to give any kind of advantage, illegal advantage that makes it more difficult for your opponent to grab onto you when you're grappling and wrestling. So she's about to come in, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Daybell is ready to go. She definitely looks composed. She looks like she's ready to be in this fight tonight. Let's see what her opponent looks like.
All right, and her opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner. She stands 5 feet 3 inches tall. She weighs in at 114.5 pounds, and her current record is 1-0. Doing it for St. George MMA, make some noise for Hannah Silva.
We have Hannah Silva walking towards the SteelFist cage. Her height is 5'3", weighing in at 115. Her record is 1-0-0. What do you know about Team St. George MMA?
Well, I know they're out of St. George, Utah. I don't know a whole lot about them. I know that right now one of her corners is actually Kevin Allred, Leatherface. He is a former fighter. He actually fought on the last card, came out of retirement. For a little grudge match with another fighter that's also out of St. George. But Kevin is kind of our house corner. He is licensed by the commission. He is here at every show. He offers to help out if fighters don't have a corner or they don't have a second corner. He comes in and he helps out with his vast knowledge that he's got with him. And then as far as her actual gym, I don't know a whole lot about them. I just know that they are training her and she's 1-0. So that's about all I got.
Look forward to these fights.
All right, so getting some last-minute inspection or Vaseline and then getting checked out by the commission. She's going to come in too. Now she is 1-0. She won her one fight against Amy Stevens in Mountain Force back in 2020, back in October of 2020. Probably one of the first fights after the pandemic started and everything shut down. So she actually went out and won in the first round 24 seconds in due to punches.
Wow.
So you know this girl can bang just as hard as any of them. So I'm excited to see this. You got someone that's coming off of a win by strikes, a dominant win by strikes, against a girl that's training out of One Hit MMA where their primary focus is the striking game.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting to see a war with these girls where they just do what they do with women's MMA, and that's just beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah, I think that when you get a win like that really quick by strikes, you're like, well, I'm going to do that every time.
Every single time, right?
Yeah, I'm going to come out and try that again.
Yeah, you know, they got to prove it wasn't a fluke,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
All right, here she comes. Hannah Silva stepping into the cage. All right. We got Dave Selyustedt is the referee for this fight tonight, and he's giving some last-minute checks of Hannah Silva's gloves, making sure everything is legit and everything's good to go. He's going to bring them to the center of the cage, go over the last-minute reminders from the pre-fight instructions that they had before the show started, and then we're going to see some action.
Let's go. We saw Sam Daybell pacing over there, ready to go.
Now, these girls are ready for war, and I'm excited. Man, women's MMA is literally my favorite part of this sport. So win or lose, these ladies are just putting on a show for everybody tonight.
Got another southpaw. Good leg kick by Sam.
Ooh.
Good posture.
Nice down the middle strikes. One thing that I'm noticing with Hannah when she's at her distance, when she's coming in, her stance is really low, and she comes in from a very low position with those strikes, and it really opened her up to be able to get that body lock.
Got that body lock, got the takedown. She's got her against the cage working knee on belly.
Great job transitioning through all the way to a mount.
Oh, Sam's trying to reverse that.
Scrambles through, is able to get into a guard, slips away from the arm bar.
That was great positioning, great awareness.
Outstanding job by Sam Daybell being able to transition through, and I'm always impressed when I see someone escape an armbar or any kind of submission attempt.
Absolutely.
So, you know, that just means that you're paying attention in class and you're paying attention in the fight. So, great job there. But look at Hannah. She is staying nice and loose, composed. You're seeing her climb every once in a while, switch it up to a figure 4 on the body lock instead of just crossing her feet. Takes a lot of that stress off of your legs, off of your quads and your hip flexors. So
Sam's landing some nice shots up against the fence. Changing levels to clear some space for the shots.
Watch for Hannah to go for another armbar attempt. She's pushing the face away. She's climbing the body. She's changing her angle. Watch her to go for that right arm right there. And she's got it pretty tight. Let's see if Sam's able to. Great job by Sam blocking that arm bar. Dave had to slap the hand away. It looked like Hannah was using the cage to her advantage to try and finish that submission. I'd like to see Sam put pressure down and kind of pancake on top of Hannah to take the pressure off from that arm bar to keep her from extending out, because that elbow is in deep and she needs to be very careful of being able to getting extended there. The more pressure she can apply downward, the harder it's going to be for Hannah to finish this.
Secure that arm bar,
Yeah, just like that.
Good pressure.
Good pressure.
It's very
Now that's where you want to start sucking the elbow
position.
out once you've got her folded over on top of herself like that. I like to call it pancake, but once you got her folded like that, you want to start pulling that elbow out
Sliding that
incrementally
elbow
until you
back.
get your elbow past the crotch. Hannah's doing a great job of maintaining the leg position to be able to attack that arm as soon as the position changes, as soon as the pressure changes. She's in a great position to keep going for that arm bar.
Yeah. Looks like we're about to see round 2.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see a round number 2. That was a great first round. Both of these warriors are in here just putting on a hell of a show. I was very impressed with Hannah, with her posture, with her stand-up, how low she got and was really extending out on those strikes. But the way that she used that to open up Sam Daybell for that takedown was just fantastic.
Yeah, amazing. And again, both these girls with limited numbers on their records, but they're displaying a lot of
of
maturity.
Don't
in the
let the
cage.
record fool you. They've only been in the cage once between them, right? Both of these warriors are in here just putting on a hell of a show and a great performance. I am impressed with Sam Daybell having the wherewithal to notice that armbar coming up, and right here when you, I guess you're not going to see it, right there where she transitions out and scrambles through, that was a power move. That was not a slick reversal. She didn't set up the transition. She didn't block the leg. She didn't block the arm. No, she just grabbed the head and rolled through and was able to end up in a dominant position.
Yeah, it was good awareness on her part. See what they got this second round.
I'm excited for round number 2, and ladies and gentlemen, we're about to see it go down.
Let's go.
Doesn't look like Hannah lost a step.
No.
Nice exchange.
Getting into that clinch.
Ooh,
Good
nice
striking by
uppercut,
Sam.
followed by a nice left cross by Sam.
Both look really loose.
Nice exchange. Hannah's doing a great job of using that height advantage to press up against the cage and get some nice cage control over Sam Daybell.
She likes that lower body lock. Worked for that first takedown, and that's what she's working for on this next one. Got some striking.
Dragging the head. I'd like to see her at this point start grabbing at that ankle, but she's doing a good job of controlling the body.
Sam keeps getting that underhook to help defend that takedown.
You look at Sam, she's putting her hips backwards, which is great. She's keeping her feet a little bit forward so she could drop her hips back. And man, Hannah has got some great jiu-jitsu. Her grappling is phenomenal. I'm very impressed with, one, in the first round, the way she was transitioning and sliding up and climbing the body. But that transition to take her back from standing was just beautiful. She's got hooks in. She's doing everything right here.
Looks like her hips are a little high. As long as she keep those hooks, she just settled back. That'll help.
You got to be careful taking the back. Right now, what I'd love to see Sam do is go tripod, but extend up really high with her back so that she can try and shook her off. That's a great defense from this position just because how high Hannah Silva is. But at the same time, being high like that makes it really difficult to get that choke in.
She's working on that choke.
I can't tell at this angle. Can't see if she's got a chin in there or not. But it definitely looks like Sam's still in the fight.
Yep.
She gave up on it. Reset.
And she settled those hips back, so she's got a better position on that Back position, that was a good block. She'd reach up and snag the back of her head and force her forward. She could change that position.
You know, she could, but at the same time, she's getting hit, and it does change your game plan a little bit when you're getting hit. Instead of just the buck that she tried doing, I would love to see her go really high in that tripod position with those legs basically straight with her head down and start shaking that way.
Yeah.
And make her just slide off of you. But she's still safe. She's got 10 seconds left. She's definitely not winning this round, but she's surviving this round.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do like that, though. She was punching from the bottom there, punching up over her head to try and hit Hannah Silva in the face.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both of these girls are just freaking warriors, man. I've got nothing negative I can say, but I will talk about Hannah Silva's jits is looking phenomenal.
Yeah, she jumped on that so quick. She's identifying the moves a lot quicker, not wasting any time.
Absolutely. Her transitions are very fluid, and I like seeing that. I would have liked to see her when she let go of that choke for a minute. I would have liked to see her drop her hips down and reset her position on top of Sam Daybell, but at the same time, she didn't give up anything. She stayed in a good dominant position, landed strikes, continued to attack, and go for the submission. So, no, great job. I think that absolutely Hannah Silva won that round.
Yeah. The control was good. Stayed calm. That's exhausting to have somebody riding your back as well.
Yeah, but
as the opposite, when you go into the tripod, it's exhausting trying to keep the back.
Exactly. So you got to make it more difficult for them than it is for you.
Absolutely.
Now, if you're in Sam's corner, what are you telling her she needs to do to reset for this final round?
She needs to get out there, land some punches, and finish this fight. I think it's 2-1 or 2-0 for Hannah.
Yeah, I happen to agree. I actually think it might be 1-1 though. But I think that Hannah won that first round, but I think that Sam might have taken the first round. But I'm not a judge, so it doesn't really matter what I think.
Good body kick by Sam.
Nice attempt by Hannah to check that and grab the leg and try and come in. But again, Hannah does a great job getting that body lock and rushing her to the cage. And
very strong position every time she keeps going to that bot.
It was a great job by Sam preventing the takedown, getting the breakaway. And I like the shots fired on the breakaway too.
Absolutely. Finding that distance with the front kick.
There she goes.
She landed some good punches.
Sam was landing some good shots, and Hannah actually grabbed her shirt and pulled on it a little bit. I'm actually surprised that Dave didn't say anything. You're not allowed to grab the clothing of your opponent and use it. So I'm surprised that nothing was said, but at the same time, it could have just been when she was grabbing in at her, not intentional. So it happens, I guess is the best way to say it.
It definitely does.
Yeah, but it threw off Sam. You saw Sam stop striking and adjust her shirt to make sure that everything was
where it needs to
safe.
Be.
Yeah, and Hannah took full advantage of that, put her against the cage, and is just doing the same thing she's been doing both rounds. Getting against the cage, getting that good body lock, and going for the takedown. Ooh. Sam going for that underhook.
She's got to keep it up in this round.
I would love to see Sam, instead of keep going for both underhooks, I would love to see Sam, when she gets that and she's over, to just try and fish the elbow through across the face. That's the best way to create distance, because then you stack 2-on-1 and drive the head away, and the body follows the head. And nice hands. Sam has landed some big shots on Hannah.
Snuck a head kick in there.
Sam Daybell's stand-up is looking crisp and clean, but Hannah Silva is very smart and very cagey. She knows exactly what she needs to do when she starts getting hit like that, and just puts her against the cage. Sam's trying for her own takedown. Fishing the arm through.
Moved in quick to try and secure that.
This is where you want to see her go turn in, grab the leg, and just dump her. Boom, just like that. she's fine. She's got the chin under there, and wow, that is how you end a fight.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I love WMMA so much. Women's mixed martial arts is always entertaining. It is always a show. Neither one of these warriors came out here and laid down on the job. They both put it all out there. Nobody was quitting. Nobody was tapping. That was a great fight.
Great striking in that last round from both of them.
Absolutely. I wish we had more of these on the card tonight. That's all I can say. Let's take it to the cage and find out what the judges say and who won this fight.
Let's hear it for the red corner, Sam Dable. And make some noise for the black corner, Hannah Silva. Ladies, I know there's some of you in the crowd right now going, I could do that. You know what? There's a lot of gyms, there's a lot of trainers. They will take you seriously. We'd love to have you come fight with us at SteelFist Fight Night. Holy smokes. This one going all the way to the end again. Talk about it. Who do you think got it? I don't care what you think, because I got the answer. All right, ladies, and I get both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Do me a favor, gang. Make some noise for these warriors. I got another one going to the judges. Rich Montanez with a score of a 29-28. Tyler Tomlinson with a score of 29-28. Dennis McMahon with a score of 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision, out of the red corner, Sam Davis. No, wait. This card was filled out incorrectly. I apologize. I read what was on the card, and the card was wrong. Your winner by unanimous decision, out of the black corner, Hannah Silva. Hey guys, do me a favor. You can boo me all you want, but make some noise for these two, would you? These ladies gave it everything they got. All right, we figured out what it is. They swapped it in the back, apparently, so everybody had bad information. Your winner by unanimous decision is Hannah Silva.
Hannah, that was an amazing fight. How do you feel?
I feel great.
Awesome. Was there anything that happened in that fight that caught you off guard?
Grappling is my strong suit, so I kind of knew I was going for that. Yeah.
Your transitions were quick and they were amazing. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
Just my family, all my family and friends out there watching me, my fiance Morgan for being my corner man, and just everyone that supported me to this fight.
Congratulations. Well, we see you back.
Thank you. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight whenever.
All right, let's give Hannah a big hand.
Again, one more time, and your winner, Miss Hannah Silva, walking out of here undefeated, 2-0. Again, ladies, you want an opportunity to come in here and take care of business. You want a gym to take you seriously? We got lots of them. We got lots of trainers. We'd love to see more of you in the cage. You guys ready for fight number 8? I know I am. Let's move on, shall we? Fight number 8, brought to you by my buddies, Legacy Roofing, Northern Utah's best commercial and residential roofing. Make sure you give them a shout. They take good care of their customers. They take good care of their workers. You're not going to lose with that combination. They are sponsoring an amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 203 pounds, making his amateur debut for the Institute of Martial Arts. Make some noise for Sam Longo Follow!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we've got Sam Longo Follow. This young man stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighed in at, I want to say, 203 pounds on the dot. And he is fighting out of Team Institute of Martial Arts. What do we know about them?
I don't know much about them.
Don't know much
There's
about
a lot
them. All right, well, he is coming out here with that perfect record. So what do we know about that?
One of those O's gotta go. He looks composed. Looks like he's got one of the Poole brothers coaching. Looks ready to go.
All right, sorry about that. And Misty pulled me over to the side a second ago just to talk to me for a quick moment. So this is Seppi Pua. He's the one that runs the Institute of Martial Arts out there. He's the one that's in his corner. He's the big, scary man behind him. So I'm excited to see what Sam can do when he comes out here. I like seeing up-and-comers. We've got a lot of people on this card tonight that are 0-0-0. I believe this is the only person fighting out of Institute of Martial Arts tonight, but they have had a couple people fight in the past with Seppi. So I'm excited to see what he's got. This is a big, big guy for his weight class.
Definitely.
Walking in at 203 pounds, he does not look like 203.
All right, this opponent tonight
He
going to be fighting out of the
definitely
black
does not.
corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 204 pounds, also making his amateur debut with SteelFist Fight Night, doing it out of Captain Cook, Hawaii. Make some noise for Kai Ika Smith.
We have Kaika Smith.
He's coming out of Captain Hook, Hawaii. What do we know about this guy? He's 0-0-0, so
Yeah, I think not much. I know that he was getting into it with his opponent a little bit at the start, and they're ready to go. He's weighing in at 205. He's 5'9" with 0-0-0 as well.
So these guys are weighing up pretty close. I know that on paper they're both fighting at 205, but I believe they actually weighed in within a pound of each other. I believe Sam was 203 and Kaika was 204. So there's only 1 pound between them, but there is about 2 inches of reach between them. So I think Sam is 5'11 and Kaika is 5'9. So he's a little bit shorter, but also the 1 pound heavier on the weigh-ins.
Yeah, these are some big 205ers.
No, he's a very, very big 205. And so he's coming out of Hawaii to fight here. I know he just barely got into town recently for this fight. So he's coming in with the jet lag and everything else. He showed up at the weigh-ins last night, just ready to go, dropped down to a Speedo and said, all right, I'm ready, let's go. So pretty lean and big for that weight class.
Yeah, you don't normally see that. Both these guys got massive quads, so if they're throwing leg
Yeah.
kicks or the power in the punches are going to be...
Both of these guys got massive quads, but I'm looking over there at Sam and Sam Longafolo, and he's got those trunks, they speak my language. You know, he's got the shotting gun, you know, the stuff from Naruto. He's got Pokemon Ball on there. Like, the guy looks like he's ready to go to an anime convention and whoop your butt. So I'm excited about this fight.
Yeah, it should be exciting. Looks like
All right, Dave
Kaika's
Selye's
ready
dead.
to go. They're smiling, and
All right, we're about to see some
fireworks.
action. Ooh, and that's why a lot. Ooh, nice head kick. That's why a lot of people tell their guys not to touch gloves at the beginning of the fight, because you don't want to get cheap shotted like that.
Yeah.
I'm glad it was a leg kick and not a headshot.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at the same time, you know, you always got to watch out for that. Ooh, both these
Big
guys
overhand right.
putting some power in those shots.
Heavy leg shots.
Sam kind of faked that one a little bit, didn't throw anything on it. Reset. Kaika throws a nice leg kick. A lot of energy at this weight class.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kaika's showing a lot
I'm
of
very
energy.
surprised at how focused they are, because that's a lot of man coming at you.
Yeah.
And, you know, they've thrown some pretty heavy shots each already, and they're both look really composed and not really intimidated by the other.
Ooh, heavy
And
punches barely missing.
Kaika was throwing everything with those haymakers. Sam is slipping every big shot Kaika's throwing at him.
That takes a lot of energy.
It does. The more big shots you miss with, but I was pretty respectful letting him put the mouthpiece back in. You know, Kaika even backed away to let him do that. So that was pretty good to see. I enjoyed that. Dave was telling him to hurry up, though, because you don't stop the clock for that.
Yeah.
You give him a quick second and they get going.
It's like he's acting like he got an eye poke. Good inside leg kick.
Kaika's going for blood.
Yeah, he's throwing some heat. I don't know why the
Sam
mouth.
has lost that mouthpiece 3 times now. Just keep that mouth. It's harder to breathe, but you need to keep your mouth closed when you move forward. Oh, big right hand by Kaika.
He's getting.
And he's just landing shots right now. Sam's curled up.
And that's that.
Dave Selye said steps in and stops this thing, and I don't think Sam realized that it was getting stopped, and he started grabbing on Dave Selye instead to keep fighting. I think he might have been out for a second, just fighting on instinct.
Yeah, that heavy shot that put him down was stunning, and then he took some heavy shots after that.
Yeah,
that was
you know,
a good call on Dave to get in there. And
that was a good job by Dave getting in there and stopping that fight. But man, Kaika Smith is one big scary man.
absolutely.
All right, let's take this thing to the cage and make it official.
Let's do it.
All right, can I get both fighters to the center of the ring, please? Both fighters to the center of the ring. Do me a favor, gang, make some noise for both these warriors, would you? Your winner, 2 minutes, 26 seconds into round number 1. Ref stoppage due to strikes. Out of the black corner, Kaika Smith!
All right, Kaika, come on over here. All right, everyone, I'm here with your winner, Kaika Smith. Dude, that was a dominant fight. You landed that big shot and just kept putting on the pressure. How are you feeling right now?
Like the fucking king that I am. I'm a banger from Big Island, and anybody can get it.
Outstanding, man. Did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
No, I'm the fucking man.
All right, man. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, my wife, the Hugh Ranch boys. We all from Hawaii, and anybody can get it. A Hugh versus everybody.
Outstanding. Are you going to come back and do this for us again?
Oh, I'm coming for the belt, my guy.
Outstanding, man. I'm excited to see you come back and put on a show. Everyone give it up for your winner, Kaika Smith.
Walking out of here with his first win, now officially undefeated at 1-0. Your winner, Kaika. Makes it easier for me when they decide it in the cage anyways. You guys ready for fight number 9? Oh, come on, man. We got to make it all the way to 13. Don't stop now. Fight number 9 brought to you by my buddy Wayne Brown, Extreme Fire Protection. Again, we only work with the best. You need fire protection. Talk to my buddy Wayne Brown. He's bringing up another amateur bout. That is 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, going to be fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 259 pounds with a current record of 2-1. Doing it for One Hit MMA. Make some noise for the Kung Fu Panda, Mark Gonzalez.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we've got the Kung Fu Panda, Mark Gonzalez. This man stands 6 foot even, weighed in at 259 pounds with a record of 2-1-0, representing Team One Hit MMA. What do we know about One Hit, Rob?
Man, they are bringing the guys tonight.
Yes, they are. We got about 80% of the card is One Hit MMA tonight.
I like seeing these big guys fighting. 6 foot, 260. It's a lot of man.
That is a lot of man meat coming into the cage. Now, he is coming off of a winning streak. Well, more or less, right? His last 2 fights that actually happened. That's why I say more or less, right? So his last fight was against Jared George back in February. He got a win off a unanimous decision. So don't be fooled by the big guys. They can still go the distance. In fact, Mark Gonzalez recently went the distance all 3 rounds, and then before that it was against Trent Lee in September 21, and he got the win by strikes, and then he did lose to Mako Simo back in 2020 by strikes in the 2nd round. So Mark's been training for a while, he's been in the game for a while, and he's definitely got the ability to go the distance in this fight.
Yeah, we'll look forward to that. Seeing him getting prepped and ready to go. His corner's barking at him from behind, getting him prepped and ready to go.
It definitely looks calm and composed. I actually ran into him at FitCon a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about his upcoming fight and saying how ready he was. So, again, I'm excited to see what he can do. I love it when you've got these big guys that can go the distance.
Yeah, I think the game is evolving, and it seems like every weight class they're getting to wrestle, they've got more stamina.
Absolutely. Let's look at his opponent.
All right, his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 242.5 pounds with a current amateur record of 0-1. Doing it for Team Bonafide. Make some noise for Jesus Lopez!
All right, we have got Jesus Lopez. Height says 5'7", weight 260, and his record of 0-1-0, representing Team Bonafide. And what do we know about them?
Team Bonafide, well, you know, I believe they're this gym that that we saw a little bit earlier. There's this guy Clay Collard that trains out of there. Head coach Ryan Alt, the guy in the nice, it's not pink, what is that? Coral hoodie that you see right there is the head coach Ryan Alt. And Clay Collard doing the Vaseline right now, getting him ready for this fight. So, you know, he is training with some pretty scary gentlemen out there.
Is that Clay's little brother as well?
You know, I don't know. I couldn't tell you one way or the other, but what I can tell you is I'm excited to see this. I know his last fight, the one loss that he does have, was in Mountain Force back in 2019, and it was a loss to punches in the first round. So, you know, 2019, that's 3 years that he's had to get ready for this fight to, you know, adjust things and make those little adjustments to improve on. But this guy is 260 pounds, so we're going to see over 500 pounds clashing in the center of this cage
That
here
is
really
a lot
quickly.
of man.
And so one thing that we kind of talked about in the last fight that we were watching, you got two big guys that definitely know how to throw punches. So I'm excited to see this, man. I love it when the cage gets put to the test.
Yeah, I have a feeling it will be.
All right. Tyler Tomlinson just gave those last-minute instructions. We're going to see this thing happening. If you're just tuning in, Mark Gonzalez in the red corner with the camouflage trunks, and you've got Jesus Lopez in the black corner with the black and white trunks. Ooh, nice jab.
Good jab up the middle.
Look, Jesus smiling about it. Looked like he liked it.
Followed up with some heavy strikes, a little leg kick.
Ooh. Took a little foot in the face, but came back with a vengeance and got that nice takedown by Russian Mark Gonzalez against the cage.
Yeah, he's looking if he can keep that control. Like they're in a bit of a scramble. Jesus pushes off and resets.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked more like Jesus just didn't want to grapple. He didn't want to keep fighting for the position, just got up and moved away.
Good exchange.
Looks like they're pacing themselves pretty good. Mark seems to be the one with a little bit more of a reach advantage, able to land some from the outside there that Jesus wasn't able to. I like the in and out that you're seeing out of Mark as well.
Yeah.
He's lunging in on that jab and immediately kind of bouncing out.
Yeah, he's really looking for that counter punch as well. Good movement.
Good pressure by Jesus. I'd like to see him really capitalize on that and put that pressure on and hold him against the cage and then break away with an exchange instead of just putting him there for a second.
Yeah.
Kind of lets up a little bit once he was on there. A little short on that right.
Yeah, finding that distance in the middle of the cage.
Nice. I like the way he's circling around and throwing that jab and changing his angle and then throwing the jab.
Yeah, Jesus is having some good head movement. Not staying put, changing angles. Nice body shot.
He's very quick for 260 pounds.
Yeah.
The way that he explodes forward, that he did twice already, when he exploded forward and got the takedown, and then when he exploded forward and was able to put Mark against the cage for a quick second. That is not what you expect to see out of somebody that's, 260 pounds, that fast of a explosion.
Yeah.
You see it a little bit more slow, methodical, just running forward, but he snapped that thing out there quick. So a little bit slower pace than what you see a lot of times in the heavyweight fights, but these are guys that know what they're doing, so they know how to pace themselves. They're not just going to blow it all in the first round and then come out gassed for the second. What did you see in that first round? Who do you think might have eked out the scorecard?
Man, that's a tough one. They both landed some good punches.
Right there, you see Jesus landed a really nice one.
A few great leg kicks and body shots in the first, right at the first of the round. So I'm glad I'm not a judge for that one.
Absolutely. I'm glad I'm not a judge all the time because everybody hates you when you're the judge. But I think that if I had to call it, I would say I probably would give it to Jesus, just for there was really no dominant exchange of strikes, but I think that Jesus getting that takedown and being able to put that pressure on, it may have been enough to eke that round out for him.
He controlled the center of the ring for sure as well.
But I do think that Mark landed more shots, but was it effective striking? And it wasn't dramatically more shots. That's the other part.
Getting ready for round 2. Here we go. Stepped in with a nice jab from Mark.
I like the way Mark bounces in and out on those jabs, on those shots.
It's quick for a big guy.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
And there's a lot of power behind that because he's landing straight. He's getting the angle.
Yeah, and he's moving forward with 250 plus pounds and landing a shot and then coming back out.
Yeah.
But, you know, you're talking about how it's quick for a big guy. He's quick for a smaller guy, too.
Yeah.
You know, he's got good movement, and both of these guys do.
Ooh, great.
Nice low kick. Ooh, big left by Mark Gonzalez. See if he's able to capitalize on it. Looks like Jesus has got his legs under him again.
Ooh, he got back up.
Great job. Mark lands that big punch, came in. I would have loved to see him just keep throwing some loops, throwing that right while he was putting that pressure on. But, you know, Jesus did a good job getting back up, and now they're back in the middle again.
Yeah, he landed that double left, and that second one landed and put him down. That was beautiful and hopped right on him. Now they're back in the middle, getting back after it. Looks like Jesus is breathing out of his mouth heavily because he got that shot to the nose. He's bleeding.
Makes it a little bit harder to breathe.
Yeah, it sure does.
Missed on that one, but went to the panda pose. I liked it.
Ooh, just
I like
missed.
that low and high. Would have been real pretty if it connected.
Little leg kick.
I like how low Jesus throws that leg kick. He's hitting right above the ankle every time. He's not getting high. He's not going up on the thigh. He's keeping it really low, and it's taking the leg up every time. It's making Mark's leg move up into the side every single time.
10 seconds.
There you go.
Ooh, good uppercut landed at the end.
And landed a one and an uppercut right off of that, right at the bell. So we're going to see a round number 3, and I am impressed with the stamina these guys have. I know we talked about it at the beginning of the fight that, you know, I know Mark has the ability to go all 3 rounds, but, you know, it's saying it is one thing, but watching it and seeing how much energy they still have going into this 3rd round is impressive.
Yeah, they've been able to maintain and be really smart with their energy.
Yes.
You know, that just shows their composure. And
there's that big left.
Especially on that knockdown where he's kept a good position. He didn't overexert himself. He's dragging him back in, and when it wasn't there,
he just stepped away. Shoved away and
that was,
reset.
You know, smart.
I obviously, again, you know, we're not judges here. I think that, in my opinion, I think Jesus won the 1st round, but I think that Mark definitely won the 2nd round.
He definitely had enough on that.
You know, obviously when I say that I think it's a tie fight right now, it doesn't mean anything. All the judges could be saying Mark won, or all the judges could be saying Jesus won. But this is the kind of round where if you're in their corner, you're saying, look, you know, if I'm in Mark's corner, I'm saying, look, you might not have won that 1st round.
Yeah.
You need to win this round or end the fight. And you're saying the same thing if you're in Jesus' corner, except,
Absolutely.
you know, that you just need to win this fight.
And by the looks of
Nice.
it, that's what both coaches said.
Yes. Nice exchange, a lot of energy, a lot of aggression in that little exchange there.
Seeing some level changes.
Still going low on that kick, though.
Yeah.
Oh!
Lands a head kick.
Kung Fu Panda gets up high. Look at that thing. Love seeing big guys whip a kick up to the head. Something about it just makes me happy.
And I feel like we've just seen that in the last few years.
Right?
Don't know what to expect anymore.
Oh, Jesus throws a nice counter punch off that leg kick. Mark's doing a good job putting the pressure on against the body. Mark's corner's yelling at him to go for a single leg.
And you get in these third rounds and they're so sweaty, so hard to hold on.
Yes.
Plus you're
Well,
tired.
and when you're a bigger guy like that, it's hard to get your arms around.
Yeah.
It really is, you know. You're not going to get that same kind of body lock against one of these guys that you're going to get on the 170 pounders.
No.
It's mostly just underhooks. Unders and overs, that's it. You're not going to get that gable grip on their back. You're not doing any of that. You're holding them.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing. So you legitimately, if you want to get the takedown, you need to change levels. You need to switch to that leg.
He's using great head pressure right now to keep his face off.
Oh, no, his cage control is fantastic right now. And I would actually tell him not to go for the single leg. I would tell him not to change levels because at 260 pounds,
Yeah,
if
you don't
you
wanna
slip
miss.
it up, you got 260 pounds on top of you.
Yeah, that could go bad. Especially where his striking, what just happened, those interactions, he's doing well on his feet.
Oh, yeah. No, he's looking really dominant on his feet right now.
His jabs landing.
He's controlling the distance, too. But that doesn't mean Jesus isn't in the fight, though.
No. And with these big guys, it only takes one.
Legit,
Go to
it
sleep.
only takes one shot. You just need to land it. Saw that in the last fight.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to see this thing go all the way to the judges.
All
I was so
three.
focused on watching their exchange that I didn't even hear the 10-second click. So we're going to take this thing to judges. Obviously, you and I are not official judges. I think that Mark won that fight 2 rounds to 1. I think it's going to be a 29-27.
I
Or sorry,
agree.
29-28.
I
But,
agree.
Yeah.
They showed great stamina, great effort for some big guys in there banging it out.
No, I love seeing the guys that are that big that have that much cardio because me at much smaller does not have that cardio. So it's fantastic, man. Let's take it to the cage, find out who won that fight.
And out of the black corner, Jesus Lopez. I'm sure y'all understand if I take a moment, because I just read what's written down. All right, do me a favor, make some noise for both these fighters, please. Another one going to the judges. Rich Montanez with a score of 30-27. Dave Selyusted with a score of 30-27. Dennis McMahon with a score of 29-28. Your winner, out of the red corner, the Kung Fu Panda, Mark Gonzalez.
Mark, congratulations on a great fight. How are you feeling?
Like $1 million.
Looked like $1 million. Anything catch you off guard?
No, nothing off guard. Made a simple error in the first. My opponent took it like I knew he would. The guy's tough SOB. Where is he at? Hey, Zeus, thank you, brother. Thanks for sharing the cage.
You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, my, first and foremost, my wife. Babe, I love you. Thank you for letting me do what I do, because you're the true boss of the house. Second, my sponsors. First and foremost, Ammon, Critical Fit family, thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for putting me on this great team. Break Time Bobs of Ogden, thank you. You guys are amazing. Love you guys too. Jason Laporte, Semperfit Nutrition. As of today, I'm about 90 pounds shy in the last 11 months. So, thank you. Carlos with Utah K9 Academy. Thank you, brother. Thank you for befriending me a long time ago. Thank you. Rob Tech Surveillance, Tyson Roberts, I know you're here. I saw you earlier. Thank you, brother. Let's keep the show going. ES Solar, thank you, Lucas Hill. And last and certainly not least, Marcus Green with the Whole Enchilada podcast. Thank you. I couldn't have done this without my coaches and my teammates, Aldo Arezia. I love you, coach. Jared Kelton, thank you. Gustavo Rodriguez, Cole Faust, thank you. I love every one of you. My teammate, Monster Mason right here. Thank you, buddy, for being in my corner.
We're gonna see you back?
Yes.
All right, let's give him a hand.
Congratulations to the Panda, now 3-1 with a one-hit MMA crew. Next up, I got a quick break, so if you're gonna go, you best go now. But first, Legacy Roofing in the house with t-shirts. Make some noise and get a t-shirt. Who's ready for fight number 10? That's better, thank you. Brought to you again by our buddies at Legacy Roofing, Northern Utah's best commercial and residential roofing. You know, you want to get hooked up, we got rain, we got stuff going on, you only want to deal with good people. Call Legacy Roofing. Get a free roof inspection. They will take care of you. I see their freaking trucks everywhere. Feels like I'm at work every day. All right, they're going to hook us up with another three-minute round amateur bout. Coming up first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155.5 pounds with a current record of 4-1. Doing it for Team Agima. Make some noise for Mean Andrew Dean.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we've got Andrew Dean. This man stands 5 foot 10 inches tall, weighed in at 155.5 pounds with a record of 4-1-0, representing Team Agima. What do we know about Team Agima?
I don't know much about them, but I know that they just taught him something good. He came out and ripped his pants right off.
Yeah, no, so they've got Dane Aristobal out there, and then Aristobal out there. I keep screwing up his name, and it's scary because he's a scary man. So I'm sorry, Dane. But so Dane is the owner and head coach out there, and then you've got actually Court McGee is over there as well.
Okay.
So they're pretty
they're down
good
south.
gym. They've got a pretty good pedigree out there.
Are they the ones in the mall?
You know, I've never been there, so I don't know if they're in the mall.
So if it's Court McGee's, you know, they're obviously going to be in there doing a lot of wrestling. But Court's been putting in a lot of work there. I coach high school wrestling with Court, so I get to see him quite often. And I know he's really happy with his fighters, and they're putting in a lot of work.
Outstanding, man. Well, if you look right now, you see the last-minute check that's getting done by the Athletic Commission to make sure that there's no Vaseline on the face or anywhere other than the face on Andrew Dean, and then they're going to have him come into the cage, and I think mouthpiece. His corner took the mouthpiece with him, so they're just making sure he's got that and good to go. All right, Andrew Dean is now in the cage and ready to make this thing happen. He is ready to go, so let's see what his opponent looks like.
Pumped.
All right, and his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 155 pounds, with a current record of 5-4. Doing it for Cash Valley MMA. Make some noise for Adam Easley.
All right, we got Adam Easley, height of 6 foot, weighing in at 155 pounds with a record of 5-4, representing Team Cash Valley MMA. What do we know about Team Cash Valley?
Well, I know that they're up there in the Logan area. I don't know a whole lot about the team except for that guy right there, Kofi Jitsu. He's been around the game since the early 2000s. I actually remember my brother was one of his coaches when he used to train over at Ultimate Combat Training Center, and then he went over, I believe, was training with Rob out there at Absolute MMA, and then now he is the head coach up there, or if he's not the head coach, he's one of the head coaches out there with Cash Valley MMA. So that guy's been in the game for a long time, so he's got a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge to impart on these upcoming fighters. So Adam Easley, though, I know that he is 5-4. I believe his last fight was actually a win against Juan Alcantar here in SteelFist back in, I want to say December.
Yeah,
this was last December.
Adam's been around for a long time. He started fighting when I stopped fighting, so he's been in the game for a while.
Yeah, 2015, I believe, was his first fight. So
yeah, so his ground game has really improved, and we'll probably look to see some more of that tonight.
yeah, well, he's definitely training with the right people to do that. And you know, one thing that you get a lot of, again, out in those rural areas like Logan, Utah, is you're going to get a lot of wrestling out there anyway among the community. So when you get gyms that open up out there, you're going to usually see a lot of that incorporated into the MMA game flow. All right, Tyler Thompson is the referee for this bout. And if you are just tuning in, we've got Andrew Dean in the red corner wearing the black RVCA trunks. And we've got Adam Easley in the black corner wearing the black and gold Cash Valley MMA trunks.
Got 14 fights between the two. They should be nice and composed.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot of cage experience.
Some good technicians. Starting off with some good leg shots.
Nice little exchange of kicks going on. A lot of kicks going on at the beginning of this fight. You've seen a lot from Adam Easley. And I don't think Andrew liked those kicks too much. Put him against the cage. He got a great takedown. Doing a good job with that side control. Adam doing a good job turning to the hips.
Crucifix. He's got that. Oh, Adam got his arm free.
There you go, Adam. Tried shrimping through, got one leg in, but wasn't able to get full guard. And Andrew Dean was doing a great job of just trapping that arm down and landing those shots.
He's got his back. Looking
nice transition by Andrew Dean.
Adam's doing good, keeping heavy pressure on him.
Yeah, now you start fighting the arm and transitioning and try and roll around on the inside. Put the arm away from a dangerous position.
Looking for that rear naked choke.
Looks like he's still got the chin. Not quite the choke, but that's still not a comfortable position to be in.
I was going to say it is not.
You know, I've seen people tap off of pain compliance alone without even having the choke. So, you know, it is not a comfortable position. I've seen people's jaws get broken doing that, you know, trying to fight through it when someone really strong is cranking. But Adam's doing a great job of fighting that rear naked.
Yeah, he really is.
He's doing the right thing the way he's fighting. That arm looks like it might be under the chin now, and there's the tap.
He got it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Dean comes in off of his loss and gets a good win here with a rear naked choke in round number 1 of this fight tonight. Let's take it to the cage and make this thing official.
All right, do me a favor, gang. Make some noise for these two. Your winner, 2 minutes and 1 second into round number 1. A tap out due to rear and naked choke. Out of the red corner, Andrew Dean. Mean Andrew Dean.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Andrew Dean. Dude, that was a great job. Beautiful jiu-jitsu, getting that rear naked choke. How are you feeling right now?
Honestly, I'm surprised. I have so much respect for him as a martial artist. I never thought I'd get a first round finish.
Well, did anything happen to that fight that caught you off guard?
He had pretty decent jiu-jitsu. You know, me finishing the fight caught me off guard. I was like, no way, let's go.
Outstanding, man. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Oh yeah, of course the wife, the parents, my team Agima, my brother William, Coach Dane. But I gotta give a big shout out to all my Indie Hour people. Let's hear it.
All right, man. Are you going to come back and do this for us again?
Of course, I have to.
All right. Well, we can't wait to see you come back, man. Everyone give it up for your winner, Andrew Dean.
I don't know. I'm not seeing the mean part of that. Seemed like a gentleman to me. Either way, taking care of business. 5-1. One more time. Make some noise for your man, Mean Andrew Dean. All right, fight number 11, sponsored by JSS, Jones Subwoofer Solutions, the biggest bass and the best in the audio industry. I've done this before a couple of times. It's not like you're, never mind. So unfortunately, we got some bad news for you. Training and getting warmed up back there, Kendrick Wolf did a number on his foot. You guys know the big bad wolf, and you know he'd be here if he could. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to bring these two gentlemen back and let them do it again. So I'm gonna hand the mic off to Kendrick really quick. He's standing closest to me.
For everybody that came out here, showed support to me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the fans. I was back warming up. I tripped, something popped in my ankle, and now I can't put the weight I can and I need on it. So you've lost 40 pounds. I worked my fucking ass off for this, so this fucking, sorry for the language, but I'm sorry, man. Let's give it up!
Just in case there's any doubt, the doctor checked it out. He can't fight like this, especially against a really tough opponent like Tanner. And so I wanted to give both these guys an opportunity to thank whoever came out, but also sponsors, gyms, etc.
I'd like to thank my family. To my son Jackson watching at home, I'm sorry, buddy. I knew I was gonna bring that necklace home to you, but I hurt myself, but we'll be back. Tanner, you wanna fight at 205? All right, let's do it, 205. I'll be back. I'm sorry, guys. I love you all.
All right, I want to give Tanner a second here because it's unfortunate when people come out to see somebody and things like this happen. Tanner, I know you've worked really hard to get back in here, and this is only the second time in the history of our show we've had this happen in the back, but it does happen. So just proves that he's warming up hard, getting ready for you. Who would you like to thank for coming out? Sponsors, coaches, gyms, etc.
Yeah, had a lot of friends and family come out, so sorry. But like Kendrick said, we'll do it again, so come back out. Thank my gym. Yeah, sorry, but we'll do it again.
Yeah, neither one of these guys should be apologizing. They showed up to fight. It's an unfortunate accident, so give them a round of applause. We'll get them back at 205 at a later date.
Class acts all the way around, and that will be a good fight. You want to make sure you look for that one. Tanner and Kendred will be back in here again. Stairs are going to be fun. All right, that means we got 2 more to go. I'll look at the big bad wolf get back to the cave. You guys ready? Fight number 12, your co-main event of the night. Don't save anything now. You only got 2 more fights, so you better make some noise. Fight number 12, your co-main event, brought to you one more time by my friends at Legacy Roofing, Northern Utah's best commercial and residential roofing. I've told you, and I've told you, and I've told you, if you don't call them, it's not my fault. They are sponsoring an amateur bout scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. And this is for some hardware. The SteelFist Fight Night lightweight vacant title. Somebody's walking out of here a champion. And if you're paying attention, you know who's fighting in this one. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 154.3 pounds with a current record of 6-1. Doing it for One Hit MMA. Let's hear it for the machine, Cole Faust.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage, you've got the machine, Cole Faust. He is, I want to say, 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 154.3. And he's coming out here with a record of 6-1-0. He is coming off of a loss against Isaiah Diggs. Now, the title is vacant. There is no champion right now. The current champion, or rather the previous champion, Isaiah Diggs, just vacated the title to go pro, so he can't fight to, to keep the title. So this is a vacant title fight. This is 5 3-minute rounds. Cole Faust is fighting out of One Hit MMA. What do we know about One Hit?
They are doing it good tonight.
They are doing it good tonight. They're on damn near every single fight tonight.
So I'm a little biased. I like Cole. I've watched him grow up in the game, and I've watched him wrestle. He's just a great athlete, and for his age, is a true professional.
I don't even think he's old enough to drink yet.
No.
But he's old enough to beat the hell out of people, man.
I think it's his birthday.
What's that?
I think it's his birthday, so happy birthday, Cole.
Yeah, it is his birthday. Happy birthday, Cole. Put on a show, man. So he's out there training with One Hit MMA. You've got Aldo Regia, and you've got his dad, Ryan Faust, who's actually my normal co-commentator, who's not commentating tonight or any other night that Cole fights, because he's backstage working with him in the corner, and he's working his corner tonight. So let's see what his opponent looks like.
All right, and his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 153.5 pounds, currently undefeated with a record of 4-0. Doing it for Cache Valley MMA. Make some noise for Samuel Mandel.
All right, we got Sam Mandel, height of 5'10", weighing in at 155 with a perfect record of 4-0. Fighting out of Cache Valley MMA. What do we know about those guys?
Just like the last fight that we watched, Cache Valley MMA, you got Coach Kofi Ajitsu right there, getting that last-minute Vaseline action, but they've got some pretty tough fighters. Adam Easley came out last in that last fight, didn't get the win, but looked really good, looked really clean. I'm excited to see. Sam is undefeated, like you mentioned, like Dave mentioned. The thing that I want to talk about is all of his fights have been in Mountain Force, So he's been kind of on a roll up there with Mountain Force, but all of his fights have been in the last 2 years. So his first fight was in August of 2020, and then he had one in January of last year, followed by one in March of last year. So he does not have a whole lot of fights that he's been able to get to in here. I know he had a canceled bout as well. So, you know, he's been taking a little bit of time to work on getting some training in before this big fight for him. So, yeah, the downside to him having fought in Mountain Force instead of here is I haven't gotten to see him put on a show.
Yeah, it makes it tough.
Main event for the SteelFist Fight Night lightweight vacant title. Do me a favor, take pictures, film all you want. Please make sure the light is off on your camera. You guys have done a great job of that tonight. And please remain in your seats. Keep your hands
Cole
and
stalking.
arms outside the
Yes.
barricade.
I think that last fight left a bad taste in his mouth.
He didn't like the loss, and no one does. Dave Seisted giving the last-minute instructions for this bout. This is a title fight. Again, that is 5 3-minute rounds if it goes that long. And they both just agreed to touch gloves. All right, we're going to see this happen. It's a clean, nice head kick by Samuel Metal.
Some good strikes by Cole. Nice kick up the middle. Big combos.
Good combos by Cole, but Samuel Medel just did a great job of countering and blocking. His hand movement was really good at keeping those arms up.
Looks like Cole got the takedown.
And that's what we know Cole to be able to do. That's what you were talking about before, watching him grow up wrestling.
Yeah, he's a high-level wrestler. He's got some state championships.
Watch for him to try and pass through and go to full mount or transition into a full cross. And he's going for that takedown again, and watch for him to do a full dump on this one. It was a little slow, a little anticlimactic. I was expecting more of a slam on that one.
Couldn't tell if he had the head or not, and he was a little worried about slamming into the guillotine.
Maybe. I'm looking at Sam. Samuel Metal is going for that arm. He keeps going back for that Kimura and trying to get that T-wrap. He's been pretty meticulous about it. He's going for it again right now. He's doing a great job dumping to his side. Cole's doing a good job. He's grabbing up, tightening on it. Gets that leg free. That's the leg he's going to need to use to trap it, to kind of block it. If he gets that Kimura on, he's going to have to put it over his knee.
Cole's going for a shoulder choke. Needs to get that leg free.
Yeah, he's got to, and then switch around to the other side. Now, it's possible to finish at that angle, but it's not as easy. It's definitely a lot more doable when you get on the proper side of the body. But Samuel Metal is doing a great job of keeping that leg trapped in there, making it difficult for Cole to do anything.
Yeah.
See that forehead that Cole's using to make it uncomfortable for Samuel?
Yeah, he's keeping good position. He's got that.
Cole really putting the pressure on with that forehead to make things uncomfortable so he can try and pass out of that half guard.
Yeah, you see Sam moving to the cage. He could have had a sweep on that far side. Oh, he's got the ankle.
So Sam's got an Achilles lock in, not able to finish it. Cole saw that and dropped some bombs on him right when he got it wrapped up. Now, had this been a professional fight, Samuel could have switched that up to a heel hook, and the angle he was at would have been a lot more dangerous than an Achilles lock. But Cole sitting in his corner, looking calm, looking composed. Samuel in his corner, also looking calm and composed, listening to his corner. Kofi cooling him down with the towel. All right, so what were your takeaways from that first round?
Man, I just really like seeing these young guys coming out, displaying a high level of martial arts, control. Cole looked like he was on point. You know, they both looked well, but Cole was definitely dominant on the ground.
Yes, Cole definitely put Samuel on the defensive, but I think that Samuel did a really good job of not getting frustrated when he was on the bottom, and he stayed busy with it and was able to get that. He was able to lace through the legs and wrap up for that Achilles lock.
He's definitely not out. He's dangerous from his back.
Absolutely. There you go, nice exchange.
Landed a good combo.
Good counter punch too.
Yeah. Great shot.
Nice takedown.
Beautiful double.
I really like what I'm seeing out of Cole, where he's securing the arms and really driving that pressure down.
Yeah.
And making it difficult for Samuel to do anything once he gets that, like, go for that Kimura immediately.
Yeah. Looks like Cole's really setting up those shots as well. He's using his hands and timing those takedowns.
Absolutely. And now he's got the mount, switches over. He's got the shoulder choke in. He's on the right side. He's got the cage against him, making it hard for him to really finish, but there's a nice little move right there that can add a little bit of pressure, change his angle. Oh, he's going for the shoulder lock. That was some beautiful jiu-jitsu right there. Now, if you weren't watching, when Cole grabbed the hand and started feeding it around the top of his head, he switched it up from a shoulder choke to a shoulder lock, similar to an Americana, but absolutely not an Americana.
Beautiful transitions.
He's going for the T-wrap. Watch him to set up for an armbar right now.
Oh, Kimura. Great control on the ground.
Samuel's doing a good job of making it very difficult for Cole to finish those.
Walking on that cage nice, looking for a head.
Oh, he's got the Kimura, and he lost it. But great job separating it. It's also a really beautiful setup for an arm lock, too. Going to the straight arm bar from that position. And Samuel's going for the rubber guard shoulder choke. These guys are transitioning one after the other. That was a good attempt for a shoulder choke right there from Sam Metal.
It definitely was. I haven't seen one of those in a minute, especially at this level.
Like to see Cole land some punches right here.
Soften him up, get some things to open up.
He's going to go back for that shoulder choke. Now he's going for more of a catch-style shoulder choke. What you see Sam doing, he's answering the phone. He's got his hand up by his ear. It creates extra space between your neck and your shoulder. It's a great defense for a shoulder choke, but if Cole can keep putting that pressure on.
He's moving him away from the cage, settling in.
I don't think he's going to be able to finish it with only a couple seconds left, and I think that Sam's still conscious, so we're going to see a round number 3.
Man,
wow, ladies and gentlemen, that round was a beautiful display of jiu-jitsu. Like that if nothing else, they went back and forth. You had Cole going for shoulder choke, you had Cole going for a Kimura, and then all of a sudden with that failed Kimura, you had Samuel put him in a freaking another shoulder choke, a triangle choke, kind of, from the bottom with the rubber guard style.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. I really enjoyed watching those transitions.
Man, it's people look at the sport with a little bit of violence, but when you get to understand it, it's a beautiful thing. It's like ballet. When you see things like this, it's so calm and beautiful.
Ballet with machine guns. That's what it's like. It's a sport, and the more you take these guys that are high caliber like this, they actually train and compete, and they take it as the sport that it is. It's just so enjoyable to watch because they're both out here trying to enforce their game. They're trying to enforce their tactics, their techniques. It's like watching chess in real life.
Yeah.
Chess with the human body. Now, this is a championship fight, so this is not the final round. This is just the third round, right? Ooh.
Oh, great takedown. Cole's dominating on the wrestling.
Watch for that rubber guard of Samuel. He's Samuel's pretty sneaky with his jiu-jitsu.
Yes, he's moving those hips.
And he was going up for that rubber guard. Another alligator choke or the rubber guard triangle where you pull the leg up and you actually use your forearm by slipping it underneath and grabbing your own ankle to do the triangle choke. And Samuel's got to be careful. That up kick would have been totally legal, but had Cole had even a knee on the ground, would not have been legal, up kick into the face like that. And Cole again gets that full mount.
He's got great positioning. He's letting him loose so he doesn't lose the position.
Lets him slide around underneath him.
See a lot of amateurs hold on to that and they get turned.
Watch, there we go.
Wow.
Lets it slide underneath.
Ooh, good hammer
Going
fist.
for that shoulder choke again, and this. Samuel's doing a good job of answering that phone every single time.
He's going to work on that shoulder. Oh.
Cole's going for a ride, but staying on it. There's the arm bar set up.
Holding great position, controlling those arms.
Transitions under him again. Nice big shots by Cole.
He's dominating this round.
He's dominating the round. He's staying in a dominant position. He's putting the work in. He's definitely winning this thing by round, but he's not. You got to give it to Samuel being able to just counter.
He's not doing much damage.
No, he's not. Samuel's doing a great job of countering and preventing a submission that Cole has been trying to put on for pretty much the entirety of this round. Ooh, nice rib shot. Got 10 seconds left of this round. I think we're going to see it start going into the championship rounds real quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see round number 4. All right, so this is what we call the championship rounds, round 4 and round 5. Now, that being said, I'm not seeing this be an evenly matched fight on paper as far as what the judges are seeing. I'm seeing this being 3 rounds to 1 or 3 rounds to none for Cole. So if I'm reading it that way and the judges are reading it that way, Samuel has to win this fight in this round or the next round.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got no hope of winning a decision, while Cole can just keep putting himself in a dominant position and riding out the rounds.
Yeah, I think that his high caliber wrestling's really come into play. But also Cole's been in the gym since he was a little kid. His IQ,
his fight
at
IQ,
his age
yes,
is unreal.
Yeah, no, his fight IQ is through the roof. But he started training over there at One Hit when he was 7.
Yeah, I think he's 20 today. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Cole. I think 20 years old.
Yeah, and so he's been training for 13 years and getting in there, and he's been competing at a high level with collegiate wrestling and everything else. So, he's definitely got the experience already coming in here. But again, when you look at Samuel Metal, who's coming in here, I don't know how long he's been training, but I know that he's been fighting for the last 3 years, and he looks great.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job.
Ooh. Good job stuffing that takedown.
Yep.
Throws the head kick of his own. And slips right under there as if it was in slow motion. He just slipped right under that shot, that punch, and took that takedown like it was nothing.
Cole's got his high school coach, Adam Fager, over there. He said he felt like that was what was missing for the last fight, so he brought him in to be in his corner because he understands the wrestling transitions.
That's outstanding.
So, cool experience for him.
He's dragging that forehead across Samuel Metal's eye or cheekbone to get him to loosen up. It's that high school wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
Those wrestlers, man.
A lot of blood coming out of Cole's nose, I think.
There's some blood in Cole's nose, but there's also quite a bit of blood coming off of Samuel Metal's eye. And I think the bridge of his nose has some blood too. Cole's in a good position, but like to see him start dropping some bombs before Samuel tries to climb up the body and shoot for another submission attempt.
Putting some pressure on him, keeping him against the fence.
And the machine chant, he waves to his fans. Ooh. He's warning him that knee was down when he threw that up kick. Hey, Dave giving him a little warning about that, watching that up kick.
Getting that knee on belly, controlling that leg.
But there you go, slips that hand through, and now his knee's over. He's going right back for that shoulder choke. I think he wants to win with the shoulder choke. What do you think?
I think so. Nope. Got space off the cage.
You know, it's kind of a testament to Samuel Metal, though, that Cole hasn't been able to really sit up and start throwing down heavy punches, because every time that he starts to, Samuel does shook him in some way or another, makes it difficult for him, so he goes right back to that choke attempt. And we're going to see a round number 5 of this co-main event.
Man, this has been a great display of athleticism, wrestling, defense. I'd like to thank Ryan Faust for not commentating so I could have this side ring
Best seat in the house. Well, second best. I think Ryan still got a better seat than we do.
Got a little blood on my shirt, but I'm good.
All right, so, you know, takeaways from this. If you're over in Samuel's corner, what are you telling him he needs to do in this 5th round? Because he's losing on paper. There's no way he's going to win a decision. What are you telling him he needs to do?
What do you say? Throw everything but the kitchen sink?
Everything but the kitchen. No, everything and the kitchen sink. You don't leave that kitchen sink. You throw that at him too, man, because Cole is dangerous and he's winning this fight right now.
When it comes down to stuff like this with my athletes, it's like you got to make it a street fight. You got to get him off of his game. You got to be unorthodox. You got to throw something that he's not going to expect. It's just simply maintaining is not enough at this point.
Absolutely. You got to change things up. He's already starting to read you. He's figuring out your timing on your punches. He's getting those takedowns almost at will.
Yeah, he is, and you can tell Cole is hungry.
Nice exchange by Cole, followed by a beautiful takedown.
He's just been unable to stop those takedowns.
That setup was perfect.
Perfect. Head positioning, the movement.
Transitioning, rolling, scrambling with Samuel as Samuel's trying to turn out. Staying in a good dominant position. And going for the 10-finger choke. He's got the guillotine.
He's got a deep choke.
There it is. There's the tap.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cole Faust gets that belt back, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy birthday, Cole.
Happy birthday to the new SteelFist amateur lightweight champion, Cole the Machine Faust.
That's when I saw him out in the parking lot, and I told him what I was doing. He's all get ready to say, and new. So here we are.
He hasn't been the and new champion for a minute, so I think he's pretty excited about it. That was a great comeback fight off of his last one, and man, I can't wait to see what this kid does with his future.
Yeah, he's looking bright.
The sky's the limit for this one, man. Let's take it to the cage, make this thing official.
Well, well, well. What'd you guys think of that one? Gentlemen, let me get both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Both fighters to the center of the ring. Do me a favor, gang. Make some noise for that battle, please. Your winner, 47 seconds into round number 5. And a new SteelFist Fight Night lightweight title champion out of the red corner, Cole Faust.
You gonna interview him? Yeah. You gonna tell him happy birthday? I won't see him. Because it hasn't been his birthday yet because he's in fight mode. That's serious. Look, our camera's over here. Our camera's over here. Okay, hold on. Adam, we gotta get you up in here too. You get to hold it that time. Here, you get that side. All of you. Okay. How's that feel?
Hey, I came for blood. It was my own blood, but we came for the blood, right? Let's get it.
Hey, you got it, and you got the belt as well. I know that wasn't what you were here for, so how does it feel to get this win back? I think that's what everyone wants to know.
It's another day in the office for me, right? Me and my dad were talking yesterday. You guys know me. When I have the belt, I say and still. When I'm getting the belt, I say and new. But it's not and new and and still anymore. It's and always. Because I'm always going to be a champion. Win or losses don't matter. It's how we come back from it and live our lives. I'm trying to be a champion at life, not just in the cage.
Well, we all know you're a champ in life, in the cage, and I know we're going to see you back in the SteelFist cage, but I do have one last thing. I think everybody knows that it's Cole's birthday here, or if you don't, now you do. He just became legal, 21 years old. So I'd like to sing him happy birthday, because all day long he's been in kill me mode or kill someone mode, and honestly hasn't been able to even think it's his birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cole. Happy birthday to you. All right, everybody. And always, the SteelFist lightweight amateur champion, Cole the Machine Faust.
You missed the part where I thank my sponsors and everybody.
And we have a big one there.
So first, Ammon Bennett, CBD, Critical Fit. Right over there. Best CBD product on the market, okay? Sam Stoneman, day one sponsor right there. For life, you know it. Chad the Man Stokes. Where you at? Right there. ES Solar. Thank you guys. My friends, my family, my main training partners at One Hit, Michael Trinzo, Ammon Garcia, Zach Partridge, Marcus Green, all you guys, thank you for everything. Hey, Gustavo Rodriguez, Aldo Regia, Adam Fager. I love these guys with my heart. I'll never forget them no matter what. Brian Dean, that's a good man right there, wherever he is. Right there, thank you for everything, brother. I see you, but thank you to everybody that bought tickets from me. This is what's getting me paid. This is how I'm living my life, so thank you. Everyone that bought the shirts, thank you, and like the shirt says, family over everything, so I love you guys. And after party at IHOP in Layton, let's get some pancakes and have a good time. Thank you, guys.
All right, let's get the big boys in here.
That's a name you want to remember. Write it down. Tell people you used to watch him fight before he became super famous. Happy birthday, Cole. Congratulations. Well done, sir. Not a bad way to celebrate your birthday, is it? I'm telling you, remember that name. Fight number 13, gonna be a good one. Brought to you by JSS, Jones Subwoofer Solutions, the biggest bass in the best in the audio industry. Longtime supporter of SteelFist Fight Night. Big shout out to Jason and crew. JSS, Jones Subwoofer Solutions. I got another amateur bout scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. You know what that means? I got another belt on the line. This is for the SteelFist Fight Night heavyweight title. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, your challenger. Standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 235.5 pounds, with a current record of 3-1, doing it for Fusion MMA. Make some noise for Jeremiah Calico.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we've got your main event, Jeremiah Calico, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 235.5 pounds, training out of Team Fusion MMA. What do we know about this guy?
Oh, man, I don't know much about him, but I do know about their gym. I met Ace a few years ago. He opened his gym to me when I was training for one of my fights. I know they have a great gym down there and high-level trainers.
And I know that his fights that he's coming off of was against Mike Case back in February of 2021 at Mountain Forest out in St. George. And then he actually has his one loss is a unanimous decision against Cole Curtis. Also in 2019, that one was for Tough Enough. And then he actually fought in Tough Enough before that in 2019 and won against Mark DeBove. So he's got some pretty good fights under his belt. He's been fighting at some pretty reputable locations. I'm excited to see what he does against Zeke Latu. These big guys are just fun to watch. So what kind of stuff do you normally see out of Team Fusion in general?
You know, I know they're big on jiu-jitsu. Ace is a high-level jiu-jitsu guy, and then they're just obviously the striking, and I'm not too sure what their modes of striking are there.
Okay. Well, he's getting that last-minute Vaseline on the face, making sure he's good to go. He's going to get checked out by the commission, and then we're going to look at his opponent. He is looking lean at this weight class.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see a lot of big 235-pound monsters walking out here that, you know, look that lean.
Yeah. That's when they get scary.
Yeah, that's when they get scary. Yes, when they're a monster that can move, right?
Absolutely.
Coming into the cage, nice and calm, relaxed. Definitely looks like he's mentally there. He doesn't look like he's got any jitters. He's ready to do this thing. Let's see what his opponent looks like.
All right, and fighting out of the black corner, your current and defending champion. Standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 256.5 pounds, with a current record of 4-2. Doing it for Fight City. Make some noise for Zeke Latu.
Speaking of big, scary men.
Oh, yeah. We got Zeke Latu, height of 5'11", weighing in at 250 with a record of 4-2, current champion, fighting out of Fight City. What do you know about Fight City?
Well, Fight City, you got head coach Eric Wallin right there with the giant beard that was behind him that's now in front of him, about to do some of that Vaseline. He was with another gym for a while. I know they split, and he's over there at Fight City. That's kind of the main place that he's out of. I know Eric Wallin, he's been all over the place as far as the MMA world. He used to fight for Bellator. He's fought here several times. He recently turned pro boxer and started working on that more than the MMA side of house. But he's got, don't let it fool you, he's got an amazing ground game and a great stand-up game. So when you got someone like Zeke Latu out there working with a big guy like that knows how to work multiple aspects of the game, you got a dangerous combination right there.
Yeah, you've had Zeke's been around for a long time. Looks like you got Tim Carroll, the boxing coach, standing behind him. So he should be ready. I know Zeke's come a long way. He's really matured in the sport. and it's good to see him here.
Well, I mean, Zeke's kind of been a force since he started with the MMA stuff, man. He's one of those big guys that has very, very heavy hands. I know his last 2 fights were both wins by strikes. He had a win by strikes against Luke Segonga, at the last show that he fought on back in September of last year, and then before that, it was a while, but 2016 against Dallas Howard with TKOs. In fact, if you look at his record, every single one of his wins is by striking. TKO or just
well, they looks like he's got heavy hands. I'm excited to see this.
He's got heavy everything. He's walking around at 250 plus pounds. So
trained a little bit with him while he was at Team Victory back in the day.
Yeah, I got smashed to the mat by him at Team Victory as well. He came out to Snake Pit for a few times when I was helping coach out there with Jake Paul. And he's like, hey, Matt, want to grapple? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I regretted it immediately. Just a heavy guy that when he puts his weight down feels even heavier.
Yeah.
So, but luckily he didn't punch me, so we were good because I'd still be asleep.
Well, I'm excited for this one. It's been a great night of fights, and
this is the way to top it off.
No better way to finish it than
some big boys that can put a lot of damage out there. Tyler Tomlinson is the referee for this main event. Give some last-minute instructions to Zeke, and then he's going to bring these guys back in, make sure everything's good to go, and we're going to see this main event get down. Not sure what the holdup is. Might be the mouthpiece, or yeah, mouthpiece. He's just telling him to hand it through.
Might want that.
Say again?
So they might want that.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of required for a reason. All right, now this is also a championship fight. So this has got 5 3-minute rounds as well. And I don't expect it to go that far.
No, me neither.
No, not with what these boys are both capable of doing. All right, we're about to see some action. Don't blink.
Ooh, heavy leg kick. Jeremiah. These guys are fast.
Both of these guys are throwing shots, nothing really landing, but neither one of them really scared of what the other guy's doing.
Yeah, no. Ooh, double leg kick inside, outside. I like that. Body head.
I would not want to get hit by any of these punches that either one of these guys are throwing. Both of them doing a really good job of slipping these punches, though, every time that they're coming up to the head.
Zeke's head movement.
I was just going to say that his head movement just slipped 2 really close punches at close distance, too.
He keeps stuffing those takedown attempts.
Jeremiah throwing the 1-2. Nice right by Jeremiah. Ooh, big shots. Zeke not able to land any of those hooks that he's throwing, but the jab was nice and clean.
Yeah, he's got good movement out of that, but I think it's taking up some energy.
Nice left, followed by a good right by Jeremiah. Zeke's starting to cover up. Ooh, Zeke's crumbling. It looks like Jeremiah is going to win this fight. I think that we're going to see a stoppage, and there we go. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Jeremiah Kaliko comes out and takes that belt from Zeke Latu. Wow, that was impressive. That was very impressive. That is a dangerous man right there, the way he was able to make Zeke just crumble over. I I haven't seen that before.
And his patience having him against the fence. A lot of guys rush in and get caught in the clinch or hug it out for a minute, and he kept his distance and finished him.
Kept landing those shots instead of putting the pressure on in the cage with the body lock. He kept on throwing those strikes. Great job, Jeremiah Kaliko, coming out and getting the SteelFist Heavyweight Championship for the amateur division. Let's take it to the cage and make this thing official.
All right, gentlemen, can I get both fighters to the center of the ring, please? Both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Do me a favor, gang, make some noise for the big guys. Your winner, 1 minute, 43 seconds into round number 1. TKO due to strikes and new SteelFist Fight Night heavyweight champion, out of the right corner, Jeremiah Kaliko.
Jeremiah, great display. How are you feeling, man? Give you a second to breathe.
That was intense. I feel good. Tired. Let me give to my brain.
Did anything surprise you in that fight?
Fuck, I had some power. He could pop, but my training partners put me to hell, so I was ready.
That was awesome. Has you got anybody you'd like to thank?
My coaches. We fucking fusion, baby. Fusion. Remember the name? We're the Sharks. We fight anybody. Let's go. One more shout out to my wife, Marcelina, my son, Shizy. It was their birthday this week. So can you guys help me out and sing a happy birthday, please?
Let's go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Good fight, Jeremiah. Congratulations on the new belt.
Nice job, man. All right, gang, that's it. One more time, make some noise for your new SteelFist Fight Night heavyweight title.